famous desert on Earth. It is the largest and most famous desert on Earth. Only Antarctica is bigger, but we do not think of an ice-covered continent as a desert in the typical sense. Most people associate a desert with the scorching sun, lack of rain, and sand. Lots of sand. Only sand, all around. In terms of size, Sahara covers the territory that equals half of Russia or the entirety of Brazil. Do you know that rich deposits of gas and oil are discovered there? The Sahara Desert has sand dunes as high as 160 to 180 meters. They are higher than a building of 70 stories. It is the Sahara Desert. But what is behind the arid, sandy landscape? Why sand? Why so much sand? Where did it come from to begin with? Has the Sahara always been like that? Imagine, not that long ago, relatively recently, these vast territories were booming with life. But then, something went wrong. What's under the sands of the Sahara? To begin with, let's start with the basic information about the Sahara. The desert is really huge, 4,800 kilometers from west to east, and 800 to 1,200 kilometers from north to south. It occupies 30% of the African continent. Its area is 8.6 million kilometers. That's more than the territory of Brazil. Is this whole vast area just sand? No. Many people would be surprised, but sand covers only 20% of the Sahara. In those places, you can observe the typical, well-recognizable landscape with picturesque dunes. The average thickness of the surface sand layer is about 150 meters. There are isolated ridges of up to 300 meters, but the rest of the Sahara is mostly rocks and cliffs. The sand, rocks, and stones hide amazing secrets, which you are about to learn. The desert is much more interesting and mysterious than it may seem. Long ago, scientists hypothesized that in the past, the Sahara was not a lifeless desert as it is now. It used to be a beautiful, blooming paradise. However, for the lack of convincing evidence, it remained only a theory until recently. Scientists found something unexpected, hidden right in front of their eyes. Under the sands of the desert, scientists found a huge reservoir, which clearly was not part of any of the ancient seas. It turned out to be left from an ancient paleo lake formed about 250,000 years ago, when the Nile broke through a low channel in the area of today's Wadi Tashka Bay on Lake Nasser. The water flooded the eastern Sahara, forming a lake that at its peak covered more than 108,000 square kilometers. The size of the ancient lake was 4 times bigger than Erie, or 2 times bigger than Lake Michigan. There was also a smaller lake, about 48,000 square meters, formed at the same time. Traces of both lakes were first discovered in 2010 by U.S. National Air and Space Museum geologist Ted Maxwell and his colleagues, studying data from one of the space shuttle's radar topography missions. Using images of waterborne and windborne sediments, as well as stable rocks visible with radar under the desert sands, geologists could draw contours of an ancient megalake. The extreme aridity of the desert contributed to obtaining precise data on the prehistoric secret beneath the Saharan sands. The low humidity and the uniformity of the geological structure allowed the radars to catch all detailed features of the subsurface. Scientists located fossil fish remains found in the sediments about 400 kilometers west of the Nile River at about 250 meters above sea level to mark the lake's highest shoreline. By combining the data into one model, the researchers confirmed that the Nile once flooded the entire Kesiba Tushka Depression in Egypt, creating a giant lake. The location of Paleolithic human settlements near the Salima and Tarfawi areas of Egypt also points to a presumed lake. The lake existed for many thousands of years, supporting the spread and development of a wide variety of flora and fauna. However, due to its abrupt emergence, it was doomed in the long run. The water was receding and evaporating faster than it could replenish itself. Eventually, the lake dried up, and its bottom was swallowed up by sand. But life continued to thrive in the area. Many scientific studies show that at least 5,000 years ago, the Sahara was covered in lush vegetation and filled with life. Why? In 2015, scientists could provide a comprehensive explanation to answer the question. In 2015, the Nature Communications Journal published an article that stirred up scientific circles with the results of new research. With the help of the radar observation scientific tool Pulsar, phased array type L-band synthetic aperture radar from the Japanese satellite ALOS, Advanced Land Observing Satellite, scientists discovered the bed of a large river with an extensive network of tributaries. The Tamanrasset River is an enormous paleo river believed to have flowed through West Africa as recently as 5,000 years ago. Its sources were supposedly in the south of the Atlas Mountains and the Ahaggar Mountains in modern Algeria. The river was named Tamanrasset after the oasis town in Algeria located in that area. The river, with its numerous tributaries, was over 500 kilometers long and flowed into the Atlantic Ocean in the region of Mauritania. Scientists believed that in ancient times, the Tamanrasset River basin was abundant in animals and plants. It completely dried out over 2,000 years. If the river existed today, it would have been the 12th longest among the rivers on Earth. There is scientific speculation that the river was impermanent. It may have been appearing and disappearing for the past 245,000 years. The period coincides with the existence of the ancient lake in question. In any case, the river was a valuable water source that made the area in the middle of Africa into a blooming green paradise. Even nowadays, some traces of big water can be found there. They are famous oases of the Sahara fed by currents and underwater reservoirs hidden under the sands. The story of the Sahara is even more interesting and surprising if you dig even deeper into the sands of time, millions of years ago. In prehistoric times, everything was different. During the Mesozoic, the waters of the Tethys Protocean actually covered what is now the Sahara. The ancestors of today's whales, the Bilosaurus, lived there in great numbers. Their huge fossilized remains were discovered during the excavations of Wadi el-Hitan in Egypt. The bones of these animals remained at the bottom of the ocean for millions of years until the ocean gradually disappeared, transforming into early versions of the Mediterranean and Black Seas. The ocean floor rose up and became land. Due to the abundance of identified fossils of the ancient ocean, the Sahara is sometimes called the Valley of the Whale. Believe it or not, you can find not only ancient sea inhabitants under the sands in different places of the Sahara, but also fossilized bones of one of the largest dinosaurs, the herbivorous sauropod, which was a striking finding that generated scientific interest. The giant dinosaur reached 32 meters in length and weighed up to 60 tons. But even that discovery was far surpassed by the discovery of the remains of a previously unknown species of ancient monsters. In 2016, archaeologists made a new impressive discovery in Egypt. Egyptian and American paleontologists, led by Dr. Heshen Salem of Mansour University, dug out the fossilized bones of a creature called Mansurosaurus. Their discovery made a sensation in the scientific world. In 2018, the fossils were finally classified as a new ancient species and genus. It became a holy grail for the world of paleontology. But as amazing as the Sahara's wildlife past has been, the most interesting thing is how humans managed to live in these territories. Let us read amazing stories from dramatic pages in the history books of ancient humanity. we need to look under the sands of the Sahara. People lived on the territory of the modern Sahara for many thousands of years. Because of the variability of the climate, they came and went. They built settlements and later abandoned them. Archaeologists found human remains indicating several different communities. Some groups presumably had a higher level of organization than primitive pastoralism. The lowlands of the Fayoum and the Nabta region, with their large amount of sediment, as well as the oasis of the Bir Kasiba, became habitable at a certain point due to increased rainfall. The population migrated down the Nile, and from the 10th millennium BC, spread across the eastern Sahara. From the 7th millennium BC, large settlements with a high degree of social organization were located there. Pottery was discovered in Napt, with the earliest samples dating to the 6th millennium BC. It is decorated with complex colored ornaments and resembles in style the Nile Valley ceramics near Khartoum. Archaeological findings indicate a higher level of social organization than the one in the Nile Valley. It is important that several ancient megalithic compositions have been discovered at Napt. Presumably, they are archaeo-astronomical monuments of antiquity, like Stonehenge. There is a high probability that at least one of these megalith structures is a calendar circle, one of the first in history. At the same time, scientists, including astrophysicist Thomas J. Brophy, suggest that these structures had applied religious meaning. According to him, the sacred symbols in the archaeological records of Nabta Playa date back to the 5th millennium BC. Their simple meaning conveys topics of great practical importance to nomad life: cattle, water, death, earth, sun, and stars. There are more man-made structures of historic interest buried under the sands of the Sahara. These are fortresses built by the Garamantes, the ancient people of the Sahara mentioned by Herodotus. They inhabited most of the territory of the Sahara from 200 BC to 700 AD. It was already a desert, but the Garamantes learned how to extract water and built canals that irrigated fields and farms and provided drinking water to towns and fortresses. Three-dimensional satellite images allowed scientists to see the smooth edges of ancient man-made channels hidden under the sands. But the dry climate gradually took over. As the channels dried up, the sand swallowed the settlements. Let us reassure our knowledgeable audience that talks of extraterrestrial creatures belong to science fiction. At the same time, the Sahara keeps evidence of interplanetary events that have survived in its sands. On the lifeless sandy Barshans and rocky plateaus, you can find a very rare mineral called Libyan desert glass. This glassy rock is 98% silicon oxide, SiO2. At first glance, Libyan glass looks like regular broken bottle glass of yellow-green color with numerous shades. Libyan glass has been known since ancient times. It was used to make the scarab beetle, a symbol of fertility for the ancient Egyptians, which decorated the medallion of Tutankhamun, one of the ancient Egyptian pharaohs. The medallion was first discovered by British archaeologist Howard Carter during the opening of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1916. The question of the origins of the Libyan glass is uncertain. Libyan desert glass has been dated as having formed about 29 million years ago. There is no generally accepted theory of its origin up to date. Most scientists believe that the glass formed during meteorite impact on Earth. The glass has high-temperature minerals such as batalayite, ZrO2, and muassonite, SiC, which require temperatures above 1,600 degrees Celsius to form, hotter than any igneous rock on Earth. Proponents of the comet hypothesis believe that Libyan desert glass is an altered material of comet nuclei. However, there is not enough reliable data to prove the comet hypothesis. That is why it has not yet found broad support in the scientific community. The same could be said about the meteorite hypothesis. there were no meteorite craters located near most of the Libyan glass places. It changed in 2007 when the Kibera crater, with a diameter of 31 kilometers, was discovered 100 kilometers away from the site of glass finds. Perhaps the Kibera crater can explain the origins of Libyan desert glass. The Sahara Desert holds many more amazing secrets. The most amazing fact about it is that it used to be like the blooming green Garden of Eden in the distant past. But the same can be in store for the future. According to Kathleen Johnson, assistant professor of Earth Systems at the University of California, Irvine, the Green Sahara period, also known as the African Wet Period, was caused by the Earth's ever-changing orbital rotation about its axis, a pattern which repeats itself every 23,000 years. Hence, in as little as 10,000 years, the Sahara could once again turn into the Garden of Eden. However, those estimations can be off because of anthropogenic emissions of greenhouse gases, which cause climate change. It is unclear when the Sahara will become green again, or if it will happen at all. Once again, we come to the conclusion that it's up to us. It always does.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. If I can be heard, give me a Yahoo up in the chat. What's the word, family? Bless up, bless up. Yeah, little what we call it, a little appetizer, real quick, little taste. How many of y'all knew it was massive bodies of water up under the Sahara Desert? Massive. Wait, what's going on around here? But y'all see the title though, first and second resurrections revealed, plus the ranks of angels. We're gonna get into it a little taste. You dig? Abundant blessings, all praises to the ever-present creator. All praises to the ever-present creator. That just rings hard, boy. The all in all, the always was, is, and never shall be, the mighty Yahweh, the great I am that I am. I'm your brother Malaki Maccabee. Whether you be friend or foe, I bid you in the tongue of my forefathers, Shalom. What's the word? Uh-huh. It's going down. All right, so look, let's jump on into this real quick. All right. I want to go get on here and share something with the family. It's really popping around here. All right, also got a debate coming up July the 9th. July the 9th. Let me go into my email real quick. I'm tripping. Let me go into the email and pull the flyer up. I got a debate on July the 9th with a brother named Is. Brother named Is. He known over there on the Source Debate League. So, and the topic, he picked the topic. You know what I mean? Like, these cats be straight, falling on their own sword. It's crazy. Let me see, where is it? Inbox. Yeah, let me try to find this flyer real quick. Here it is, right here. Pull this deal on up. Download it and pull it on up. Show it to the fam. Got a debate July 9th, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. With a brother named Is. Come to find out, the brother from right across the river from where I'm from. He on the other side of the bridge. I said, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, boy, you'd be right on them bricks, 25th and State Street. You dig? From corner to corner with soldiers, teaching. Yeah, I've been on your side of the river, boy, teaching, boots to the ground. Right across from the gas station, right on the side of the phone company, in the same lot as that grocery store. Just in case anybody think I'm lying. You feel me? Hold on 1 second. Let me pull this deal on up. family can see what's going on. Let me show this. Let me show this debate real quick. And again, he picked the topic, man. Hold on. Let me see. Present this. Dang. Let me know if y'all can see that. Zoom in real quick for y'all. Yeah, I should be able to zoom in, right? Why that deal I can see. But there it is right there. There it is right there. Championship Battle of the Saints. This is what NehemiYAH and them name is. All right. Me, of course, St. Louis, Missouri. He from East St. The topic, the Holy Bible versus OWASP. Which one is better for our people? July 9th, 2023, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Only on the Source Debate League. So that's what's going on. Go ahead and mark your calendar. It's going to be epic, but you know how your bro, you know your little brother, right? I ain't coming to play with nobody about nothing. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So, yeah. Go ahead and mark the date. Say that. And then we going to work. You did. And once again, he picked the topic. That's the crazy part. Like, they got something up their sleeve. You know what I mean? They got something up their sleeve. Like, it's crazy. Like, they really don't like the fact that something such as a WASP is actually kicking ass and taking names out here. It ain't just, you know, it ain't even been no good fight. It's been like flawless victories type. You know what I mean? And that ain't because I'm special or any brothers and sisters I roll with special or nothing like that. It's just creators undefeated. We're speaking of the ever-present creator, the all in all, the always was, is, and ever shall be. If you want to put a name on it, Yahweh, Jehovah, Yahweh, like whatever it is, as long as you ain't talking about no man sitting down somewhere. We talking about the ever-present creator. He been created all. They gave himself away to create all. So that everything you see in creation is a member of his person. Creation is sacred. You dig? So make no mistake about it. You dig? We ain't never atheist or, you know, if anything, faith done elevated more. And so we understand we ain't gonna dumb it down for nobody. We'll turn down the light a little taste. You see that in certain instances. Certain instances, they'll turn, some of the higher angels will turn the light down because they don't want to, you know, melt nobody around her. You dig? But make no mistake about it. We not here to tiptoe through no tulips, play patty cake with you. You dig? Israel ain't gonna hear nothing unless you talk to them to them straight up, like real men. You can't come around here talking about you you know, you unsure. You don't know what you talking about, boy. You better be confident coming outside talking about you about to be teaching some truth to Israel. Is you crazy? So I gotta come the way I come. That's just what it is. It's always been that. You feel me? But now we talking about the creator. Should Nam look? You worship the creator, right? All right. So should Nam's spirit around her have a problem with what we talking about then? How you gonna be creator? How you gonna beat the creator? You can't. You fighting against yourself. Even the false gods depend on the creator for substance. What is we even talking about here? I bring up creator, should Nam, Israelite, Muslim, Christian, should Nam one of you religious folk have a problem with the phrase the creator? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Huh? But I always remember this: hit dogs holler, baby. Hit dogs holler. See, your spirit that you've been entertaining, huh? All these years, mess around and not be of creator. And you ain't willing to look yourself in the mirror in the face and call a spade a spade. What if we've been hoodwinked? What if you've been fiddled and played with? So gotta shoot straight with you. Can't come no other way. So should nobody have a problem with what's being said? We talking about the creator. Enough said. Enough the creator. Nah, as soon as we get to saying the creator or pronouncing the creator's name a little different, you get to foaming and scratching and clawing and getting mad and angry. And I used to have love for you and lip fumbling and side jawing like we just said something wrong here. You see? Spirit manifests what it is. Hit dogs holler, hit spirits holler. Yeah, it's going to reveal. See, that's the beautiful thing about spiritual warfare. You know how to apply that sucker boy. You're going to get results. We got motion around this deal. And you wonder why everybody running around here like they done lost their damn mind. Could it be you've been entertaining false gods this whole time? You don't even know it. But voluntarily submitted yourself over. You got to stop playing, man. Call a spade around here. So, you know, he picked the title. You dig which one is better for our people? What do you do that for? Not so all I got to do is compare and contrast. That's it. Compare and contrast. You don't want to do that, and that's proof enough. The title that you picked is proof enough that you ain't even read YHWH'S, not even a little bit of it. Because if you did, you would have dared not pick that. You would have dared not pick that. It's too much hanging over your head. And you dealing with a brother that's been up and down in pages, Jack. I know the Bible like the back of my hand. And again, not because I'm something special. You understand? It's just what it is. You feel me? When you dedicate yourself to something higher than yourself, you understand? Discipline is involved. Discipline, determination, dedication. Yeah. A lot of great things start unlocking for you. So you ain't dealing. That's why I was trying to tell them. Yet you ain't even dealing with no novice. I don't even know why you really Jeremiah. I'm sitting back laughing. You know what I mean? Like this thing deeper than what everybody putting out. You understand? It's a lot of under the table, underhand tactics going on. Yeah. You can feel it. Yeah. You can feel it. So yeah, this was going down July 9th, man. All right, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all tap on in with your brother. Tap on in with your brother. All right. All praises, glory, and honor. All praises, glory, and honor. Yeah, I'm camera off, right? There is all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High, the ever-present Creator, the all in all, that always was, is, and never shall be. It's your brother. I'm going. Let's get it in. First and second resurrections revealed, plus the ranks of angels. You got a little time. Go ahead and kick on back. Roll with your brother. Let's get her done. What my bro say? The car in front. What it say? What you say, bezel boy? Hold on. The car in front of me, license plates is CGG. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. All praises. You made it about it. Thank Creator I made. Just got caught up in the shootout. All praises. See how merciful Creator is? Right on into the sanctuary, brother. All praises to the ever-present Creator. The all in all, that always was, is, and ever shall be. All right, Selah. If you can, WASP, find it's somewhere in there where it talks about how that explains how what you have as deserts today were once bodies of water, massive bodies of water, and it's due to fallen substance. either fallen substance or the earth going through different periods of AGI and all that. Like something to that effect. I just got off the phone with Cal P too, but that'll put a dagger in the video that we just watched. We just watched a video that proves that under the Sahara Desert is massive bodies of water. Massive. You dig? So if you get a chance, post that and we'll pull that up too. All right. All praise to the creator, you're safe though. All right. All praise to the creator, you're safe. Look at the elder in the building. The Kamyama Barak, the elder has spoken. Don't get him started. Don't get him started. Fearless, easy work. Yeah. That's easy. That's easy. All praise to Christ. Look, y'all gave me the easiest topic ever. All I gotta do is compare and contrast. You know what I mean? But all praises, man. The creator's truly marvelous. Truly marvelous. Yafa in the building. What's going on, Yafa? My brother Fritz Foxwell, Rod in the building. Bless up. Bless up to everybody. My bad if I shot past you. Please forgive you, brother. Brother Yahudah, bless up. It's the false God in them they worship it. Man. Gotta be real with yourself. Gotta be real with yourself. You understand? If you ain't willing to be real with yourself, then you ain't ready for no conversation with brothers like us, because we gonna keep it all the way saucy with you. We ain't finna play. No play with you. Right in your mouth with it. Bow, look. Punch you right in your mouth. Look, hey, this your reality you dealing with. Like in the Matrix, boy, when Neo finally realized what it was, they like, he's finna pop. Like, this is reality. What are you talking about? Well, peace and blessings. My dirty South brethren, Yeshaya ben Israel in the building. Look what he said. I used to hate on the WASP, but after sitting back listening to it, it makes sense and filling a lot of blanks the Bible has. You know, and this is brother being real with himself. Like, you ain't got to, like, there's no need to even be competing for real. You know what I mean? Bruh just mad because they understand there's a higher light around. Man, you ain't shining so bright. You know what I mean? This is what it is. But ain't nothing but love, though. You know what I mean? Bro, Yahudah, Yeshaya, Bronze Yog in the building, my East Side Connect. What's the word, Are you the Facebook Live? Because I see no one in the chat. I don't know Facebook user. That's what it says, Facebook user. Please forgive me. Whoever's on Facebook, you know what I mean? We good to go. Need Banks in the building. Bless up. My brother Yosef. Every Shabbat, this brother hitting me up. Shabbat Shalom. Blessings to you and your family, y'all. Diligent soldier right there. Blessings to the brother. Imad Robbie Dobson in the building. Kanaya El Batiyah. Bless up. Imad. Just me in the building. Blessings. Blessings. Dreadful Cosmon in the building. My West Side Connect. Blessings. Blessings. LaShonda in the building. Blessings. Blessings. Texas Connect. Belinda Brown. Elijah 7 and much more. Whether you be friend or foe, I bid you in the tongue of our forefathers. Shalom. Blessings. YAH'S Phoenix in the building. Blessings. Blessings. We in the building around here. Where my brother at? The King G boxologist. Blessings. Blessings. My brother Darius. I'm interviewing Darius tomorrow on the channel, 8 p.m. Central. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. My brother has a book he's just released. So I'm going to interview the brother 8 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. This brother right here, Darius, a living son. Darius, drop your email and all your contact in the chat, brother, so these brothers and sisters can get in contact with you. This is one of my bros out of STL right here, one of my Nazarene scene brothers. You understand? One of my brothers are light. I really don't like putting titles on whatever. One of my brothers are light right here. So I'm going to interview young Darius tomorrow. You know what I mean? Shout out to your family, your wife, your children. Shout out to your pops, Dre Day. You understand? Shout out to all you brothers, man. Brothers and sisters. Bless up, bless up. Cal P then sent it on through. So look, let me show this real quick. Let me just show this. Bronze Yog say, yeah, I just watched some of that. Look, so we just showed a video for y'all to just coming in. All right, we just showed a video. Luxu, my brother Louis in the building. Blessings, fam. Bless up. Blessings, family. Inspire hope to change lives. That's right. Blessings, blessings. Rian Haran. Need a good PDF for WASP. Go to OWASPstandardedition.com. OWASPstandardedition.com. Y'all post that in the chat for the brother. He needs a good PDF. You know what I mean? You should be good right there. Excellent read. All right, let's get into this. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and show some of these scriptures or some of these verses from Owaspy that Cal P just shot me. Because look, I just showed a video for y'all that just coming in. I just showed a video that shows how under the Sahara Desert is massive bodies of water. You know what I mean? Or it used to be massive bodies of water up under the Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert sits in a place where it used to be basically an ocean. You know what I mean? So what explains this? You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and pull some of this up real quick. Let's go ahead and wrap. Let's get her done. It's that 4 bang right here. Chapter 6. I think that's it right there. Ain't that what that is? What is that? Verse 6 on down, bro? Let's see. Yeah, that's it right there. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. All right, let me share some of that real quick. Yeah, bro just blessed me with some verses from Owaspy. I was like, dang, because look, I already know. I've been reading through this deal. I already know I've been seeing things like, dang, okay. Yeah, see, that second one you sent me is what I'm looking for too. Got you. Yeah, we're going to go over some of this right here. And then we're going to get to the book of discipline. All right, let me share this real quick. Right on, Cosmon Cal, my brother. Blessings. Now look at this. It's another brother that's very knowledgeable when it comes down to history, cosmogony, and the anthropology, archaeology, all that. Look what he said. Africa used to have an inland sea prior to the flood. So yeah. See that? Ooh-wee. So let's go over some of this. Let me go ahead and present, ping, share. Let's read. Sit on back and roll with your brother. All right, where are we at? We in the book of Jehovah, chapter 6, verse 6. All right. Cal Pete loaded me up. Man, you asked me for it. I sure did, didn't I? You already know. All right, so let's get it. Y'all see that? First spot we going to get an understanding on how they looking down on top of the Sahara with satellites, and they seeing evidence of water, massive bodies of water. Right, the desert sits in the spot that at one time was a massive body of water. That's what I'm saying. The video I showed in the beginning shows that. Now look what this is. The book of Jehovah, chapter 6, verse 6. Oh, I speak, sky, earth, spirit. When the Father drives forth his worlds in the heavens, they gather a sufficiency of all things. So we talking about the vortex is spinning and it's gathering up, like you see the tornado gathering up dust. Same in the heavens. You understand? When a vortex or vortex is put on ether, it spins and it gathers in space dust, if you want to call it. So you got your earth dust and your space dust. So when the Father drives forth his worlds in the heavens, they gather a sufficiency of all things. And when a physical world is yet new and young, it is carried forth not by random, but purposely in the region suited to it. Accordingly, as there is a time for Simu and a time for falling nebulae, to bury deep the forests and Samoan beds, to provide coal and manure for a time afterward. So is there a time when the earth passes a region in the firmament, when sand and oil are rained upon it, then covered up. So is there a time when the earth passes a region in the firmament, when sand and oil are rained upon it? Huh? How else does a desert get in the place where massive bodies of water were and lush jungles and vegetation? And that deal was even compared to the Garden of Eden at first in that video. Y'all heard that? You see that? Now, in 1881, the Sahara Desert was already the Sahara Desert. All right. How is this known? And this is in the book of Yahweh or Jehovah in Owaspy. One of the first books, if I'm not mistaken. chapter 6, verse 6 is telling you, it's telling you the stages of the development of a world. That's cold. You dig? If y'all understand what was just said, give me a 1 up in the chat. That right there explains how you have deserts that are in the place of one-time massive bodies of water and lush vegetation. If you understand that, give me a 1 up in the chat. Bless up, bless up. I'm gonna read that again. That's hard. That's hard. Now you can understand. Say, instead of dismissing what we just saw in the video in the beginning, because sometimes people will dismiss it. They'll be like, "Oh, look at that. What you mean it was water there?" But that just said there's a time in a different stage of an earth when sand and oil are rained upon it. And then covered up and gas is bound and sealed for the coming generations of men. Methodology. It ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing demonic about what we read. And it's just showing you how the creator gets down, showing you the different stages and development of a world. And it explains how the Sahara Desert sits in a place to where once was a massive body of water and lush vegetation. It makes sense now. Now we can look at that and say, yeah, I was reading in a WASPI not that long ago in the Book of Jehovah where it talk about in the development of or in the age or of a world being developed, that the world passes through a certain stage when it has sand and oil rained upon it and it covers up, you understand, things that are present on the earth. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's showing you methodology. There's nothing demonic about this. Because you have Millie Mouth Nick Rose saying this now. I know all y'all aware of that. Millie Mouth Nick. It's demonic. Like, what is demonic about that? It's bringing clarity to a question you would have. You dig? If somebody that really studied, a geologist come to you, or anybody that really studied this thing, come holler at you and say, yeah, the Sahara Desert sits in the place. At one time, the Sahara Desert was a massive body of water and a place of lush vegetation. Now you can be like, yeah, because in the early development of the earth passes through a stage to where sand and oil is rained upon it. And it covers up, things that are present, such as bodies of water and lush vegetation. Where do you read that at, buddy? Book of Jehovah, chapter 6, verse 6. Bag drop, baby. Now, how was this known in 1881 when it was already a desert? You see, information, you need to, instead of being angry at how the information came, deal with the information because it ain't going nowhere. You won't hurt yourself out here hating something you really don't understand. You understand? And really ain't no need for you to be like, nigga, show me that anywhere else. It stands on its own merit. You can't bring nothing else to that. Nothing else explains how the Sahara Desert was once a massive body of water and an area of lush vegetation. Nothing else can explain that. So it stands on its own merit. You see that? I see ones in the chat. Everybody got some understanding. Next spot we're going to go to cosmogony and prophecy. I think that's what Cal P sent me. Right on for these verses, brother. Right on for these verses. Blessings to you. Blessings to your household. Y'all go subscribe to Cosmo and Cal TV, Shalom TV, and all the brothers and sisters who have channels. My brother Owaspi Knowledge, I seen him dropping some things. I said, oh yeah, I should have been subscribed. I ain't even know, brother. Please forgive me. I should have been subscribed. Nah, I see y'all in the building. TT Ursh in the building. Bless up, Queen. Kila Olam Kazdo in the building. Bless up. All right, we about to go to Cosmogony. Let me stop sharing that real quick. Y'all forgive your brother. Let me do some navigating. All right, now let's just get on back. All right, again, we watched a video in the beginning that was about the Sahara Desert. And it explained that the Sahara Desert sits in a place that was once a massive body of water with lush vegetation and all that. But now it's a desert. What explains that? Our first precept we went to was Book of Jehovah 6 and 6. And it stated that an earth in its certain stages of development passes through certain areas and sand and oil are rained upon the earth, covering certain things up and preserving them for future generations and use of men. That's cold. Who mad at that? Dang, okay. Let me sit down somewhere. I thought I had a question for real. Let me sit down somewhere. We going to Cosmogony and Prophecy. All right, chapter 8. All right, Cal P, send me. We're going to read 3 through 5. Bless up, bless up. All right, let me share this real quick with the fam. Yeah. Present, bing, bing. Let's go ahead and eat. We ain't here to exchange fancy and smooth soliloquies. And y'all go ahead and mark these spots, these scriptures, because we in the debate with the scientists and all them. I'm saying we in the conversation. Like if this was going on in your airport lounge or whatever, yeah, you know the Sahara Desert was once an ocean almost. You realize you got entry into that conversation now. You know what I mean? You big dog in the conversation because they ain't got no Bible verse or no Quran verse or nothing out of Kemet to explain how the Sahara Desert was once water and a place of lush vegetation, but you do. You do. And if this is so demonic, you dig, then why is it revealing things that was just found out like what, y'all? What, 5 years? Now they said 2010. 13 years ago they found this out. It is what it is. All right. Book of Cosmogony and Prophecy. Prophecy 6 in chapter 8. Dang, do it got prophecy? We be hearing all types of crazy stuff, man. All right, we're gonna start at verse 3. Get y'all on the watch me, man. It's an excellent read. I'm in a watch me. Matter of fact, here. Let me go ahead and post where I'm at. Y'all go ahead. Y'all ain't got it. Go ahead. WatchMeStandardEdition.com. I did go Lord. Dang. All right. All right, so we in Cosmogony and Prophecy, chapter 8, verse 3. Excellent read, man. All right, there's still another period to all physical or corporeal worlds. Luts, capital Luts. Y'all write that down. In the time of Luts, there falls on a planet condensed earthly substances. Man, shut up. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. You dig? Hey, I salute you, brothers and sisters who just getting a WASP on your journey. It's a beautiful read, man. It's a beautiful read. You dig? In the time of a lust, there falls on the planet condensed earthly substances such as clay, stones, ashes, disseminated molten metals. Now you see how your minerals and everything got here, your crystals and everything. Because these same substances can be found in the heavens or in the atmosphere, should I say. How did they get here? What happened? It rained to the earth. In time of lust, there falls on the planet condensed earthly substances such as clay, stones, ashes, disseminated molten metals, and so on, in such great quantities, that it can be compared to snowstorms. Ain't that what the Sahara look like? A snow, like man, look like a blanket of sand. Are they saying no, we ain't talking about little ashes dropping. We ain't talking about little sprinkles of disseminated molten metals and ashes. We talking about snowstorms. Clarity. Look at this. It says in such great quantities that it can be compared to snowstorms piling up corporeal substance on the earth in places to a depth of what? Many feet. And in drifts up to hundreds of feet. Man, shut up. We talking about her. Or didn't it say in the video we watched that the Sahara Desert has drifts, or it was saying that it has the place where the sand comes together. I think it's called a drift, right? Man, some of them suckers taller than buildings, and it's sand. 160 feet tall. Look like pyramids, but it's sand. What's we even talking about her? What is we even talking about her? Shout out to the brother Lux for the blessing, King. Abundant blessings to you and yours. All right. What is we even talking about, man? How is this even being revealed? And they just found this out, y'all, back in 2010. How is this even being revealed? And they figured out that substance from the atmosphere or the heavens fall to the earth when they cracked open King Tut's tomb and found he had a ring on with a foreign substance on it. Well, how it get her then? Wait, look at this. Piling up corporeal substance on the earth in place to the depth of many feet and in drifts up to hundreds of feet. Man, look. Lutz was called ooze by some ancient prophets. Wow. Ooze, huh? Lutz was called ooze by some ancient prophets because it was a time of destruction. Y'all see that? Yeah, because it was massive bodies of water up under the Sahara Desert, and it was a place of lush vegetation. But the ancient prophets called Lutz, or these sandstorms and these minerals and space substance raining down on the earth, they looked at it as a time of destruction. So it was called ooze because it was a time of destruction. If Lutz followed soon after a Samoan period, when portions of the earth were covered with what? Sea-moo and rank vegetation. Lutz, or your sandstorms or snowstorms that pile up to hundreds of feet, come after a period of vegetation and planting and success, and then here comes the destruction. These are cycles in creation. You understand? Cycles in creation, light and darkness. All right. So the prophets called Lutz what? They called it Uz because it was a time of destruction. If Lutz followed soon after a Samoan period when portions of the earth were covered with sea-moo and rank vegetation, it charred them. Lutz, the space substance that fell down, it charred them, penetrating and covering them up. Most of the coal beds, listen, y'all, most of the coal beds and oil beds in the earth were made this way. What else you got explaining how you get coal beds and oil beds from? Where they come from? Now you understand. Clarity. Now that space substance that fell on a once, watered place that was covered with rank vegetation, and it charred it, you understand, penetrated and covered it up. And that's how you got your coal beds and your oil beds. All that was once rank vegetation and massive bodies of water. But the earth went through a period of Lutz where space substance rained down, including sand, as a snowstorm in piles of hundreds of feet. Prophecy, huh? What else explains it? Verse 5. We're going to go to our other one. Lutz belongs more to an early age of a planet. Now you know. In the early development of a planet, it goes through a period called Lutz. And it's right after a period of planting and forestry and vegetation. And then that's rained down and covered up and turned into coal and oil and fossil and energy for future generations of men. That's cold. I don't care what nobody got to say. That's cold. That ain't demonic, boy. That's cold. Verse 5. Lutz belongs more to an early age of a planet when its vortex is more extended, and when the nebulous clouds in its outer belt are subject to condensation, so as to rain down on the earth, these corporeal showers. Ball game. I don't even know what else we talking about. If y'all getting some understanding, all right, Cosmogony and Prophecy, chapter 8, verse 3 through 8. Book of Jehovah, chapter 6, verse 6, explains how the Sahara Desert was once a body of water and a place of lush vegetation. How? Because atmospheric or space substance rained down in the portions of looking like a snowstorm, high as hundreds of feet. If y'all getting some understanding, give me a 2 up in the chat. Bless up. Let's go to the next one in. All right, bing, bing, bing. Make sure I got that one. All right, bye. We getting some understanding. That's all it's about. We're going to get our understanding. You dig? Learn together and roll with it. That's what it's all about. You dig? It ain't about nothing else. It's about getting understanding and growing together. All right? Anybody got a problem with that? It just ain't the place for you. That's it. We brothers and sisters over here, gods and goddesses in training. Never worshipped. You understand? We roll with Creator. It is what it is. Sister say she studied that in college. I studied all of that in college. Geology 1 and 2, amazing info. Gemstones, diamonds, volcano eruptions do it too. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Explains all that oil in the Middle East. Yeah. And all that sand, don't it? And all that sand, brother. Ooze is where Cain went to get a wife. Shout out to Cosmo and Cal. Y'all go like, subscribe, and share. Everywhere there's desert oil. See, y'all see that? All the lights start turning on. Like, dang, that do make sense. And that's what we talking about. We talking about high spiritual teachings over this way. You know what I mean? Not just the same redundant madness. All you hear is white man, devil, and you know what I mean? Hurry up and leave before you get scalped and your head cut off for refusal to mark of the beast. And like everything is, you know what I mean? It's redundant. It's the same old talk, right? But here we getting questions that we've always had answered. And when the answer comes through, we be like, oh, that's crazy. That do make sense. That makes sense. You dig? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Bless up, bless up. Shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. Yeah. We love y'all too. Bless up. Bless up, bless up, bless up. All right. Let's get back to it. All right, we're in the book of Discipline, chapter 6, verse 9. All right, we're going to go on down to 17. When the earth was encircled with poisonous gases, I created poisonous vines, weeds, trees, and all kinds of herbs growing profusely upon the earth. And that way I created the vegetable world from destroying gases and from earth substance. Now you know how the veggies came into play. In that way I created the vegetable world from destroying gases and from earth substance. And in that day, all growing things upon the earth which I had created were poisoned as to animal life. And in that day, all growing things upon the earth which I had created were poison as to animal life. Then I created the serpents of all sizes. I created them, and they were poison also. And the serpents I created were carnivorous, feeding upon one another. Self-impregnating, I created them. Thus I drove the poison of the earth down into vegetation, and from there into the animal world. Thus I purified the earth heaven. This was the first creation I created on this world. Ooh, wait. Then I overcast the earth with falling nebulae. Nebulae, Jah. This is earth substance. A space substance. Space substance. Falling to the earth in massive quantities. Then I overcast the earth with falling nebulae and covered up the poisons growing upon the earth. And they were turned to what? Oil and coal. Oil and coal. Ain't there oil up under there? Coal up under there. Oh, we, boy, clarity. What's wrong with a little clarity? All right, now we in the conversation with the so-called science geeks and nerds. Now you can be like, yeah, the book of Inspiration, chapter 6, verse 9 through 17. Read that. And then be there to edify. Now you in the conversation. Then I made a new creation, the second creation, giving feet, legs, and bones to the animals I designed for the earth. And when the earth was ripe for man, and when the earth was perfect for man. See, earth had to become a place suitable for man to inhabit. Right? Before that, it was chaotic. He couldn't be here. Now you understand. All right, it's a process to creation. It's methodology to creation. It ain't no just God made the man. Like, how did he make the man? What happened? Right? At what time period? Was this a 24-hour day? Are these the 1,000-year days? Or what is this? Now, when the earth was right for man, clarity. And when the earth was right for man, then I created him. Male and female, I created those of the second creation. Oh, wait. I know. Right? Once again, though, what are we talking about? Huh? We talking about fallen space substance, and we talking about certain understandings on how the creator got down at creation and how he got rid of the poisons, right? How he got the poison out of the earth into the vegetables and then into the animals that were carnivorous. How he got them up out of there, and then covered it with fallen nebulae, and all this is your coal and your oil for future generation that come digging around her. Well, Cal P, I don't know why you sent me all this, boy. It's about to be a problem around this thing. Boy, man, look, I'm trying to tell you. Leave these brothers alone, man. Leave these brothers alone. Oh, my God. Where you taking me next, bro? This is about to be a problem. Okay, right there, bow. All right. I got you. Right on for sending me these. All right. Right on time. All right, so just to show you, creative gang, we ain't over playing no games, man. This ain't lick your finger scholarship. Right to it. That bro shot those back at me in a nanosecond. Like, here. Like, good looking, all right. All right. I'm almost there. Please forgive you, brother. All right, Book of Sathantes 9 and 13. Dealing with high science and high math, dealing with OI speak, sky, earth, spirit. Learn the methodology of the creator. You look, you think you got faith now, you really gonna be like, whoa. You can be like, good night, boy. Good night. And look at this right here, Book of Sathantes, chapter 9, verse 13. We talking about mathematicians and all this, man. We talking about creation. Look at this. It says the mathematicians foretold the great cities and nations that would rise up, how this one and that one would move to battle, how the great cities would fall in ruins and be covered up by falling nebulae, and by the nutting mountains washing down upon them. Wow. And by the nutting mountains washing down upon them, so that even the memory of them would be lost. Yet further on, the mathematicians foretold the coming of Cosmon, when the ruined cities would be discovered. What if I told y'all that Cosmon is the era we in now? And they just discovered in 2010 that up under the Sahara Desert were massive bodies of water and lush meadows of vegetation. Shut up. Mally, you make it that up. We in the age of Cosmon, the age of balance, the age of enlightenment, the age of understanding things. That's where we at. It's the Cosmon era. Shout out to my brothers Daryl Cosmon, my brother Cosmon Cal, and all the other Cosmons out there. Shout out, brothers and sisters. Right, Cosmon Goddess, Dreadful Cosmon, Cosmon Starship Goddess. Should I say, yeah. That's all my family. That's all my family right there. And yet further on, the mathematicians foretold of this era, y'all. That's what this is, our present time when these things are being discovered. Because it wasn't discovered in 1881 when this was written. You need more prophecy? What's going on? We show a video, then we go show the text that was written before the discovery even happened. Where we at now with it? What more mumble mouthing you got? There's nothing to be said, but dang, that's tight. Dang, that's tight. I never tripped off that. And if that ain't your response, then stop acting like you've been known this. That's what I don't like. Stop acting like you've been known what we talking about around her. You know what I mean? Stop it. Most of our people do not know what we even talking about around here, man. You feel me? If your reaction ain't, dang, that's tight, then you wasn't no truth seeker anyway. Because you know good and well that's tight for that to be in there like that. and in there way before the discovery. That's tight. And guess what, y'all? That would be considered what? Prophecy. There's so much for the mumble mouth Negroes that claim ain't no prophecy in what we talking about. The mathematicians foretold the great cities and nations that would rise up, how this one and that one would move to battle, how the great cities would fall in ruins and be covered up by falling nebulae and denuding mountains washing down upon them, so that even the memory of them would be lost. And yet further on, the mathematicians foretold the coming of the cosmon, when the ruined cities would be discovered and their histories deciphered by the Suis of man in great Yahweh or Jehovah's hand. Huh? Look at this. Now let's go get some definitions. Some of y'all don't know. Yeah, you probably thought I said chop suey. No, sit down somewhere. Suis, not chop suey. All right. For one, when it says denuding mountains washing down upon them, it says 150 right there. When we go over, it says from mudslides, glacial activity, erosion, etc. Erosion, glacial activity, from mudslides, like coming up out of an ice age or something. All right, what is Suis? Suis is, oh my bad, y'all. 151, Suis of man in great Yahweh's hand, spiritual comprehension. Somebody is clairvoyant. All right, they can hear and see spirits and converse with them. All right, a lot of y'all got the effect of Suis. If you ever had deja vu or premonition, or you're a big time dreamer and a lot of your dreams come true, right? That's the gift of Suis. You dig? And more than likely, you come from a long line of it. Your family probably were big dreamers, or everything your auntie or your grandmama said came true. Some people are more sensitive to the spiritual realm than others, to where they can just feel when something about to go down. You know what I mean? So yeah. We got those all throughout our lineage and our families. A lot of y'all are big time dreamers. A lot of y'all have deja vu, premonitions. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all done had dreams or visions of your deceased loved ones and all type of stuff. You feel me? Don't look. That's nothing to be ashamed of. You understand? That's nothing to be ashamed of. Don't think you're crazy as all hell. You understand? That ain't what that is. That's just showing that you got spiritual comprehension, or you're just more sensitive to the unseen realm than most are. You understand? And you can feel, because we're spiritual beings, right? We operate off of electromagnetism, and so we got a frequency. You can feel when something is off within yourself and others. You understand? So that's that right there. But again, we're talking about falling space substance in massive quantities like snowstorms dropping in piles of hundreds of feet. All right. So if y'all getting some understanding, go ahead and give me a 4 up in the chat. Bless up, bless up, bless up. All right. Bro, send me one more. We got one more, then we gonna get into it. All right. Right on again, bro. Definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm talking about? Much love, much love. And brothers been getting down banging this old waspy for years, over a decade, well over a decade. Like, man, look, I'm trying to get these brothers in some of these debates, man. There's so much ducking. Y'all know what we got to go through just to have a debate? You'll be surprised. We got to go through to get SHALOM a debate. Like, these niggas be scared, or Cal P a debate, like straight scared. And they really don't want to see your bro Daryl Cosmon, man. Stop it. You might as well go ahead and, boy, that boy debunks Einstein's theory of relativity. I ain't trying to hear nothing y'all gotta say. We even talking about her. Like, these the type of conversations me and my brothers and sisters be having. We be having high level conversations. We be talking about water up under the Sahara Desert where it used to be. We be talking about how the Grand Canyon got erosion watermarks all over it. We be talking about why the Atlantic Ocean is 15 degrees hotter than the Pacific Ocean. We be talking about the ring of fire and the sunken continent of Pan and what we got to do to progress in spirit. So we can elevate. You understand? Once we cross over, man. We be talking about real stuff. All right. All right, right here. We in the book of, well, you got me, AK. We in the book of Esra. Book of Esra. Chapter 9, verse 5. Chapter 9, verse 5. I'm glad y'all getting some understanding. Oh, I'm glad y'all getting some understanding. You know what I mean? That's right. Theory of convo. All right, bing, bing, bang. That's right. Know that character. And then question the shit out of your peoples that came and hollered at you and then passed on. Don't be all gullible and scared. Ask them, what's your name? What you want? What is it you want of me? If the message is, hey, continue in your good works and service done unto others, because that's how you elevate. You understand? Once you cross over, where we got to live as an organic body of believers in righteousness, doing righteous works unto others. That's how you serve the Creator. And if it's like on them lines, then yeah, that's what's up. If it's about love and life and health and without sacrifice of anyone toward anything, you understand? Just we all keeping it solid, and that's what it is. But if it's about, earthly things, or if it's about your own personal advancement and not the betterment and the advancement of the whole, then it's not of the Creator. Creator don't care nothing about you hitting the Powerball. Care nothing about you becoming the richest cat in the world. None of that matters. None of that matters. All right, look at this. Book of Esra, chapter 9 and 5. Such was the army sent down to the earth according to God's command, and they were under the charge of Toy Varga, Euless, Haganti, and Rufus. Oh, no. Oh, no. You got an angel named Rufus? Good. Not Rufus. Not MC Rufus. Oh, no. Not Rufus Merriweather. And God called up the great mathematicians, YAH'KI, MENISTRIES, Fargawitha, Howard Ichkal, Jemima, Jordan, okay, Malaka, Casitas, Makas, Age Bond, and God said to them, the time of the fall of Agi on the earth is at hand. Compute the regions of the earth where it will fall most, and having determined, go to those mortal prophets who are in Suez, and cause them to prophesy to the inhabitants of the earth. Oh, y'all see that? Y'all see that? Dang. The mathematicians, right here. It says right here. The mathematicians saluted and departed for the earth as commanded by God. So there are angels who hold the title of mathematicians. Dang, I never knew that. Never knew that before I read or watched. Like, dang, there are angels that are cold with them numbers. And you would have to be cold with them numbers. You talking about running worlds and galaxies and everything down to a precise, sublime time. And your mathematicians got to be off the chain, out of this world. The mathematicians saluted and departed for the earth as commanded by God. Now, when God foresaw the darkness, when God foresaw that darkness was near at hand for a period of 400 years, he commanded his holy council and his heavenly kingdoms to pray to Creator, Yahweh, Jehovah, for the space of one day for wisdom and strength. So God and Jehovah are not the same. Y'all see that? God and Jehovah are not the same. God telling his holy council, hey, darkness is about to hit the earth. We need to pray to the Creator, our Father, for wisdom and strength. You see? Anybody that has a small understanding of a WASP understands the difference between God, Lord God, and the Creator. And right here is just yet another countless example, because it's all over this deal. And that's one thing that's not understood, within the Israelite community. You thinking Lord God, God and Lord is all the same. No, they're not. All those are titles and ranks bestowed upon angels, right? Who were once, check this out, y'all, who were once living men and women on the earth, or a world, and just have crossed over and risen in rank. And then you got those that break from the rank and become false gods and establish religions and their own prophets and idols, and that's what we at war with today. You did? So if you're getting that understanding, go ahead and give me 7 up in the chat. Bless up. Let's go to we going to the book of discipline next. Now let's go to the book of discipline. Let's go ahead and get to the topic at hand. Hey, once again, right on for those scriptures, brother. That worked out just right. All right. So we show a video once again of the Sahara sitting in the place, the desert, sitting in the place that once was occupied by massive bodies of water and lush meadows of vegetation. All right, then we go into a WASP and show the methodology in creation and how it can be that in the formation of fossils and oil beds and coal beds. And you understand? It's because the earth goes through different stages of development. You understand? Oh, the book of discipline. All right, the book of discipline, chapter 1. God reveals who he is. All right. We're going to be dealing with first and second resurrections and all that. Let's get into it. God reveals who he is. Shouldn't we all understand who God is? All right. See, that's what it was with me. I want to debate to God. Like all this extra tap dancing means absolutely nothing to me. Let's debate to God. If the God is false and everything you doing means nothing. Now, no, I mean, it's time to switch up and adjust. Look at this. God reveals who he is. Clarity. Look at this. This is the word from the organic heaven. Hear the words of your God, oh man. I am your brother. I am your brother. I am your brother, risen from mortality. Risen from mortality to a holy place in heaven. Prophet in my wisdom and be admonished by my love. God is your brother. He was once a man. Came from his daddy and his mama, walked this earth or some other world just like you. Why is this too hard to understand? I mean, even the Bible says what? That ye are gods talking to men. Why is this hard to understand? When some of you worship Jesus and call him God and Jesus was a man. So why is it hard to understand that, yeah, God is a man, a one-time man that walked this earth or this world or another world and has risen to the rank of God in the Creator's kingdoms? Why is it hard to understand when you got all of the evidence in the Bible? You couldn't argue against that. You couldn't. If God is a man, that would make God your brother, not your father, your brother. Who mad? Somebody mad? Did I say something wrong? Huh? Look at this right here. Look at this right here. For as I am your elder brother, so shall it be with you, to rise also in time to come and look back to mortals, and call them to the exalted heavens of the Almighty, to Jehovah, all adoration and glory forever. Amen. All life, motion, power, and things seen and unseen abiding through him. Neither is there an angel in heaven so high, nor sufficiently wise to comprehend Yahweh, to comprehend Jehovah in his entirety, nor to see him as you see your fellow man. Do you understand this? That's something we got to correct within the Israelite nation. You got to get that out the streets. Clean that up. We got to get that out the streets ASAP. Now, if we talking about the ever-present creator, we ain't talking about no man sitting nowhere. If it's a man, it's an angel. If it's a God, it's an angel, which was a one-time man. So when we say Yahweh, when we say creator, we ain't talking about no man sitting nowhere. How about that? How about that? Oh, I say something wrong? Huh? It said, neither is there an angel in heaven so high nor sufficiently wise to comprehend Jehovah in his entirety. So look, the highest raised angels can't even comprehend the creator in his entirety. What is you talking about? You sit down somewhere. What is you even talking about? When the highest raised angels can't even comprehend creator in his entirety. What make you think you got a monopoly on creator? Man, we get so proud, man. braggadocious, boasting. He's so proud. Nigga, you ain't no angel, and you for damn sure ain't no high-raised angel. And they can't even comprehend the Creator in his entirety, nor do they see him as you see your fellow man. Get that out the streets. Now get that out the streets. That has to be corrected in the minds or in the recesses of hell, which are in the minds of our brothers and sisters. The Creator ain't a man sitting nowhere. I say something wrong? Somebody just spilled their coffee. Somebody called themselves cursing me, but I bind and render that powerless. Now I raise it up and shine some Ethereal light on it. What is y'all even talking about around here? Look at this right here. And this is why you don't see him as you see your fellow man. Why? For he is within all, beyond and over all, being ever present in all places, doing by virtue of his presence, quickening all the living, adorable above all things. As the sun is to the light of day, so is Jehovah to the understanding of all the living, upon which to contemplate is the road of everlasting life. Contemplate on that. Just this little boy right here. Look at this. Look at this verse 12 and 13. Look at this. See, you can compare this. It says, as the sun is to the light of day. When that sun's smacking you at the top of your head, remember this verse right here. As the sun is to the light of day, so is Creator to the understanding of all the living. So the relationship the sun has to the day is the relationship the Creator is to all the living. Upon which, contemplate, meditate on that. Upon which to contemplate is the road of everlasting life. Upon which to contemplate or meditate, to reflect upon, is the road of everlasting life. Reflect upon it as the sun is to the day needs the sun, and the living need the Creator. Ball game. Upon which to contemplate is the road of everlasting life, rising in wisdom, love, and power forever. We talking about forever, upward and outward around here. We ain't talking about being bound and stuck nowhere. Ooh, wait, no. We got worlds to create and high rate skills to attain. And nah. We ain't talking about being bound nowhere. Book of Discipline 1 and 14. Hear your God, old man. Sit down somewhere. Hear your God, old man. And distinguish then that the two, God and Jehovah, God and Yahweh, are not the same one. You got to get that out the streets. That can't be, we can't teach that no more. You can't teach that Yahweh is God and God is Yahweh, but God is a man, and you don't know if you coming or going. What is this? We wonder why so much confusion within the Israelite ranks and movement, man. And I'm an Israelite. I'm your brother. But there's a lot of stuff we got to go back to the drawing board. Get that out the streets. That's off. We got to get that out the street. God and Jehovah, God and Yahweh, God and the Creator are not the same. They're not the same one. God is a son of the Creator. Hear your God, old man, and distinguish then that the two, God and Yahweh, are not the same one. Nor is your God more than what you shall be in time to come. What you mean? Is Christ God? I ain't got no problem. Yeah, Yahshua, God, okay. But God is nothing more than what you will be in time to come. So you choose. God is a one-time man that lived on this earth or another world and has risen after he died and crossed over. You understand? To the rank and title of God. Same with a goddess. A woman that once lived on this earth or some physical world that died, transitioned, and has risen to the rank of a goddess, a daughter of the Creator. They are not worshiped. They are not praised. A God is not worshiped or praised. They're your brothers and sisters. The ones that work for the Most High, the ones that break off and do their own thing, you praise them niggas. You suck at the paps of them niggas. We don't, true God ain't worship. He don't want you to pray to him. None of that. No, that go to the Creator. Ooh-wee. Nor is your God more than what you shall be in time to come. Look at this, verse 15. First mortality, then death, which is the what? First resurrection. Now you know what the first resurrection is. First you live, then you die. That's the first resurrection. You understand? When you die, you're birthed into the spiritual world as a newborn spirit. Like when you were brought through the matrix of your mother's womb, you were birthed into this world as a newborn baby. Something you've seen your whole life. Makes sense, don't it? Why wouldn't it be a system in order to set up once you die? You can't tell me you've been known this. Sit down somewhere. You ain't known this. It ain't in the Bible nowhere. It's not detailed and scripted like this. Stop it. You don't even know what you're gonna be doing in heaven all day. What's going to happen? All right. First mortality, then death, which is the first resurrection. Such are the spirits of what? The dead. Angels dwelling with mortals upon the earth, where they abide. Some for a few years, some for 100, and some for 1,000 or more years. So when you die, you become an angel. You become a spirit. A disembodied person. A disembodied physical person. You're just in a different type of body. You understand? So the spirit of the dead is everyone that used to be alive. Look how simple that is. Clarity. Here you are over there conversing with spirits of the dead. You talking about them niggas that once was living? And here's another question. Why they ain't in hell nowhere? Good night. A lot of madness going on around here. See how clear this is? A spirit of the dead is a spirit of the dead because it once was living. Look at this, man. Verse 16. Second, angel organization in heaven and their abandonment of mortals, which is the second resurrection. Now you know. So resurrection happens after this, y'all. See what I'm saying? Resurrection is something that happens from the other side. You die at first resurrection. Then there's a second resurrection once you expand and rise up higher and higher and get to a certain spiritual grade. Then there's a second resurrection for you. You keep advancing. It's just like going to school and graduating. Same thing. And that's why you've been shown that your whole life. Go to school and graduate, because that's what you think was going to be happening on the other side. There's still graduation. There are still things to learn and do, and talents to develop, and worlds to manage and run, and worlds to create. But you got to learn that skill. That skill has to be learned and then perfected. You understand? Look at this right here, verse 17. As the kingdom on earth has a king, and the king is nevertheless a mortal, so in like manner is the heavenly place of your God, a kingdom of what? Angels. A kingdom of what? Angels. And the chief over them is God, who? An angel also. That's why I wanted to debate, little Woody yesterday. Nigga, let's talk about if your God is an angel or the creator of all. Let's have that conversation. That needs to be had. Right? Nothing else even matters if the God is false. So we got to deal with the God. All right? Is your God a son of the creator? No, most of y'all think God is the creator. And you look God up, it's Elohim, it's plural. So we're talking about gods. Yeah, this may go quick. That was clarity. As a kingdom on earth has a king, so now you can compare the two. And the king is nevertheless a man, immortal. So in like manner is the heavenly place of your God, a kingdom of angels, and the chief over them, the angels. The kingdom is God, who? An angel also. God is an angel. God ain't the creator. The creator is the creator of gods, the creator of angels. Yet nevertheless, the kingdom of your God embraces all the heavens of the earth. And it is also with all physical worlds. You think it's just the earth out here that's peopled with the living? No. What would be the purpose of other planets? Man, look, sit down somewhere. Stop it. And it is also so with all corporeal worlds and their atmosphere in heavens. Okay? A God, and organic heavens belonging to each and all of them. Now you understand that if it's a planet that's peopled with life, then there's a God, who has kingdoms in the atmosphere of that physical world. Clarity. And then you got false gods that break away and then start influencing mortals, and this is where the wars start. You understand? A waspy ice cold, boy. Trying to tell you, look at this. Clarity. You get understanding now. Now you can be like, oh, okay. Yeah, because what's the use of other planets and worlds and galaxies if we the only ones? Man, these false gods been playing us like mortals. Y'all gonna understand. You gonna understand by the time this class over there, you gonna understand, like, dang, that's crazy. I can't even believe it's like that. You know what I mean? 19. Nor is this all, for there is a what? Third resurrection. Ooh-wee. The Bible only talk about two. And the one is for those who got their heads cut off for Jesus Christ. And they reign with Christ for 1,000 years. That's the first resurrection. And once the 1,000 years are finished, the devil is let loose. And he surrounds the city and is about to burn up all the Israelites, and then fire is rained down. They did. And whoever is not found written in the book of life is cast into the lake of fire. That's the second resurrection. Owaspy is showing you that resurrection, the second resurrection, happens after you already died. And you graduate or resurrect even higher once you achieve a certain spiritual grade. And then it says, nor is this all, for there is a third resurrection. Clarity. Third resurrection, in which the angels rise still higher in wisdom, love, and power, and are sent by your God into where? Etheria. What is Etheria? We've been reading about the atmosphere. What is Etheria? What's beyond the atmosphere of the earth? What's beyond the atmosphere? The emancipated heavens, or Etheria. 13:15. At the times of Dan harvest points, nevertheless, there are always such angels in atmospheria, being eligible for the resurrection into Etheria, should they choose. For some may volunteer to stay in atmospheria a Dan or more before ascending into Etheria. Etheria is the emancipated heavens, outside the earth's atmosphere. And you got some angels that be like, I'm gonna hang in the atmosphere a little while longer and assist mortal man. You understand? Bless mortal man, assist him in his perfection. See, so the service of others don't stop even after you die. You forever be doing that, because that's how you rise up and get higher and higher. You have to work righteousness unto others. You know what I mean? You got to work righteousness unto others. Look at this right here. Right here. Midway between the planets and stars, the highest of all heavens, Etheria. Midway between the planets and stars, the highest of all heavens, over which there are chiefs who are also gods and goddesses of still more comprehensive attributes. Boy, Creator got sons and daughters all over this deal. What is you talking about? And again, if they look, if they roll with Creator, then guess what? They are not worshipped. You're off if you're praying to any deity or God. True God and true goddess don't want your praise, don't want your worship. They're your big brothers and sisters. They are there to assist you in your resurrection, because that helps them get higher. We all help each other. You understand? We all help each other, but we don't worship and praise them. All right? So, ain't nothing wrong. Shout out to the goddesses in training, my sisters. Shout out to the gods in training, my brothers. Peace to the righteous gods and Divine goddesses. You heard us say that, create a gang. They did, because that's what we are inspiring to be. You understand? High-raised sons and daughters of the Creator. And this is liberating even for the sisters, because the Bible don't even talk about y'all, like, being in different positions of rank and all that in the Creator's kingdom and all that. The Bible don't even talk about that. Y'all got to shut the hell up and be quiet. According to the Bible, this over here talking about this goddesses of still more comprehensive attributes. Look at this. Therefore, I am like, look what God is telling you. Look at what God is telling you. He already told you he was your brother. Look at this right here. Therefore, I am like any other spirit of what? The dead. God is telling you, I am like any other spirit of the dead, a one-time man upon the earth, even as you are in this day, but one within the organic heavens of the earth. Ooh, wee, ooh, wee, ooh, wee, ooh, wee. If y'all getting some understanding so far, give me a 3 up in the chat. Bless up. God has revealed who he is, and he is not the creator, but a son of the creator. You understand? An older brother there to help you and reveal there are first, second, and third resurrections. See, we talking about what happens after you cross over. Most religions are concerned with the earth. Mecca, Jerusalem. You understand? Constantinople, Rome. All right. Most religions and deities are concerned with the earth. You understand? Because that's how they get a foothold. That's how they establish themselves as a main power in the heavens. They got to get a foothold on the earth. They got to get worshipers and devotees and all that. You see what I'm saying? This right here is showing you spiritual development and how to get to the higher resurrections and all that. You understand? This code. I don't look, if your reaction again ain't dang, I ain't never knew that. And you run around here acting like you've been known this, then go sit down somewhere. Stop it. No, you ain't. You ain't known none of this. Because if you did, you'd have been talking about it. You know what I mean? Shout out to the brothers and sisters that's been banging on Waspy for years, man. I salute you, brothers and sisters. You dig? I straight salute y'all. Yeah? Look, I understand what it feels like to go against the grain. You know what I mean? And everybody mad at you, foaming at the mouth, and it's like, nah, I'm not going nowhere. I know I'm right. We on the right path. Very interesting path, I must say. Look at this right here. Chapter 2, discipline. God explains the first and second resurrections and the difference in manifestation from them. Hear me, O man, and consider the weight of the arguments of your God. You have communed with the spirits of the dead, your father, mother, sister, and brother, who are no longer mortal, have spoken to you in spirit, and you are convinced. Blow it up so y'all can see it a little better. So now, again, this is a practical guidebook of the spirit world. That's going to show you how you can understand the difference. You understand? Every angel that come from you ain't from the same zone. Y'all do realize this, right? Every angel that come to you is not from the same zone. Don't have the same rank. You understand? If they of the creator, they all going to be speaking the same thing. And look at this word. God explains the first and second resurrection and the difference in manifestations from them. Hear me, O man, and consider the weight of the arguments of your God. You have communed with the spirits of the dead, your father, mother, sister, and brother, who are no longer mortal, have spoken to you in spirit, and you are convinced. And your kin and your neighbor have done so likewise. Yes, from east to west and north to south, the communion of angels and a multitude of miracles have stirred up thousands and millions to know that the souls of the dead do live. Moreover, you were taught in your youth to say, I believe in the holy communion of angels. And in truth, this has come to pass. And you rejoice with all your heart and soul. You put aside the ancient scriptures, saying, why shall I read them? Do I not converse with heaven itself? Behold, I have seen my father and mother, my brother and sister who are dead. They have spoken to me. There is no devil or place of hell. For a season, your God has suffered this also to happen, that the spirits say there is no God, that there is no higher heaven than to dwell upon the earth, to enjoy the things there, to be reincarnated, and to live over and over in mortality. Tolerating these so that the evidence of my words could be substantiated by your experience, and you be led to consider the testimonies present and past in order to comprehend the plan of Jehovah's works and their glory and completeness. Consider then the result of angel communion as you have found it, and bear witness that Yahweh was wise in providing comfort to both the dead and the living by this proximity of spirit to them, rather than a heaven far remote. Dang, that's cold. Consider then, trip off what was just said. Consider then, because angel communion, spirit communion been happening amongst mortals and back and forth from the spirit world to the present world, right? It says, consider then the result of angel communion as you have found it, and bear witness that Jehovah was wise in providing comfort to both the dead and the living by this proximity of spirit to them, rather than a heaven far and remote. Nevertheless, this also has been proved to you that there are false angels. See, now you know that. Now you up on game. Now you ain't crossing over oblivious to what's going on. You know what to look for. You know how to draw down on the spirit when they come to you in your dream. You ain't about to get all giddy in the knees knocking like a naked newborn. I think that's big mamas, and you better be firing. You better be shooting straight. Nevertheless, this also has been proved to you that there are false angels and wise angels, as well as false seers and wise seers, and that out of the multitude of revelations from them, there has come neither harmony nor good works. You better watch these mealy mouth Negroes and sisters. It's a gang of sisters out here, man, and bros that talk real fast, sound real scientific, claim they spiritual gurus. These niggas is milking the flock hand over fist. You heard me? Hand over fist. You dig? And don't none of them know how to address a spirit or draw down and fire back at the spirit or fire back at the spirit when it come holler. None of them know. You dig? Trust me, I have conversations with a lot of them. Man, I be schooling them. Niggas don't even know. Y'all out here making millions around this deal. Yes, go ahead. Making millions, you dig? Dang. Don't even know how to draw down. Don't even know how to respond back. You see? Just like it's goofy Negroes, it's goofy spirits. It's like it's evil Negroes, it's evil spirits. Righteous spirits. Solid spirits, you know what I mean? Like, because they were once people. They once lived in this earth or a physical world. So he's the same. He's just even more scandalous. You see that? Until he start getting on his path and elevating, you know what I mean, and serving Creator through righteous works done unto others, he gonna be even more scandalous than he was when he was in the flesh. And he's inspiring other mortals in the flesh to be scandalous. You see that? Look at this right here. Nevertheless, this also has been proved to you that there are false angels and wise angels, as well as false seers and wise seers, and that out of the multitude of revelations from them there has come neither harmony nor good works. They have been pullers down. They have been puller downs and clearers away of the ancient revelations, doctrines, and religions, but they have not built an edifice of unity and glory to the Almighty. Flat out. And it has been shown you that not only the seer, prophet, Suis, and miracle worker, but that all people, even though unconsciously to themselves, are subject to the influence of the spirits of the dead. Shut up. Sit down somewhere. Even if you realize it or not, you in some type of subjection to the influence of the spirits of the dead. You be having hundreds of conversations in your head every day. Fighting and rebuking and banging. Some of us just give in and just entertain it. You dig? Even though unconsciously to themselves are subject to the influence of the spirits of the dead. The unseen influences us. All right? The unseen influences us. Now, you either being propelled by a righteous spirit or a wicked spirit. All right? The only way to tell is by the message. What you got for me? Just like you'll rap with anybody in the streets. It ain't nothing spooky about what we talking about. What you got for me? What's the word? What's the message? Say, I'm your God. Good. Then I must be your servant. What's the message? Based off the message, you know if they pump fake it or not. It's the message. Look at this. Look at this. And it has been shown that the spirits of the dead possess for a long period of time the same characteristics and prejudices as winning mortality. If they had nigger jokes dripping off their licks back in the antebellum South and crossed over, more than likely they got nigger jokes dripping off their lips now. And they are the ones inspiring the, you understand, the skinheads and the neo-Nazis and yeah. You feel me? Unless they are a spirit that's on the path to elevation by doing righteous works unto others, unless they in the Creator's program, then they even more of a racist. They even more of a gangbanger. Even more of a killing spirit. You see that? Clarity. That's what you're getting over this way. Clarity. And since there is neither harmony nor community of life among mortals, neither is there harmony nor community of life, nor teaching of it among the angels who manifested these mortals. Now, y'all, we can sit back and actually see what kind of spirit is leading ourselves and also leading those who are outside of ourselves. Message and action. That's all you got to do is sit back and observe, right? It's an open book. It's an open book. You understand? And through your observation, you dig, and learning, you'll grow to prophesy. Because it's all an open book. It's all based off your observation and you knowing certain exact sciences and numbers. That's all it is. That's all it is. Observation and measurements. You dig? Look at this right here. Verse 12. For the angels teach one doctrine through one prophet and another doctrine through another prophet, reflecting the doctrines of the prophets themselves. So now you see, ain't that what's going on in Israel? None of the camps agree, none of the congregations agree. But yet, no, that's all the Creator. They all worship the Creator, so you think. How is that? They got the same precepts and none of them agree. The same Bible verses and none of them agree. You don't smell nothing in the air. Consider also the multitude of infants who died without any knowledge of either earth or heaven through abortion, right? Stillbirths, and the multitude of the unlearned, the foolish, and the depraved. For all these, as well as the wise and good, enter the first resurrection. Yeah. Aborted fetuses, stillbirths, died very young. They still enter the first resurrection. They become a newborn spirit. They cross over. Without having any type of real knowledge of a physical life. They enter the first resurrection. And of the wise and good who strive for continual elevation. So hopefully that's everyone listening tonight. All right. And the wise and good who strive for continual elevation. How few compared to the whole. Yet such is the relative proportions of angels of light and angels of darkness in proximity to mortals. And it has always been so. Nevertheless, in time long past, the minority who were wise and good were moved upon by the Spirit of Jehovah, who said, come together, oh, all you who desire to rise to a higher heaven. See, we got to unite. We got to mobilize. This ain't no individual thing. It's not. We an organic body around this deal. Create a gang, boy. What are you talking about? Why? Because we desire to rise to a higher heaven, don't we? My heavens are for raising the soul upward forever and ever. That's so marvelous. What you mean? Which one is better for our people? That one verse killed the whole debate. Your created purpose is for you to rise higher and higher forever and ever. What are we talking about? There's no end to it. There's no end to it. If that feels marvelous to your soul, give me a 7 up in the chat. Come together. Come together, oh, all you who desire to rise to a higher heaven. My heavens are for raising the soul upward forever and ever. And your God gathered them together and said to them, behold, this darkness is more than we can bear. Let us depart from here and inhabit a heaven by ourselves, where there shall be no wrangling, falsehood, malice or blasphemy against our Creator? They responded, yes, let us depart, and we will covenant ourselves to Jehovah to never again reside in these regions, nor with mortals on earth. For does the behavior of mortals not invite darkness rather than light? Do they not want us for servants to find lost treasures, or to procure riches or social indulgence, or to entertain them with miracles? Thus it came to pass that the wisest and best angels departed away from the earth, away from mortals, and away from the inharmonious presence of the legions of the spirits of the dead. And they inhabited a heavenly region by themselves. And they covenanted themselves to the Creator to not return again single-handed, to minister to mortals, to not return again to mortals unless they came in phalanxes, and only then when duly authorized and directed by their most holy council and their chief, who was God. They're like, look, we never going out solo ever again. We come through, we mob deep. And as you read Owaspy, all the angels do that. You know what I mean? Creator come through, give a mission to one of his sons or daughters. He say that when his son or daughter be like, build me a fire ship that can hold 4 million souls. You dig? And they create and craft that sucker. They don't go buy nothing. They create and craft that sucker out of light. Out of light. And roll out. Build a road real quick and roll out. I'm like, dang. They mob deep. Such then was the beginning of the second resurrection. Y'all see that? And the condition of membership required the renunciation of all associations and conditions below it. So now you know what it takes to get into the second resurrection. All right? You can't be no Kappa. You can't be no Crip. You can't be no Blood or no GD or no Vice Lord. You can't be no Delta sisters. You can't be no Thetas. You can't be in no secrets, none of that. All they got to be renounced to get to just the second resurrection. Can't be none of that. Such then was the beginning of the second resurrection, and the condition of membership required the renunciation of all associations and conditions below it. And the rank of all such angels was angels of God or angels of Jehovah, in contradistinction from the angels of the first resurrection, who know no organization for righteousness' sake. So when you see where there's no order to it, then those are not the angels of the second resurrection and higher. Those are earthbound angels. You know what I mean? You dig? You got to renounce. All they got to be renounced by the time we get to the second resurrection. All earthly affiliations. All that. Oh, I'm a master craftsman, a master plumber, a 33rd degree man. All that has to be renounced. All that has to be renounced. Look at this right here. It says right here, in contradistinction from the angels of the first resurrection, who know no organization for righteousness' sake, but so that mortals would not be left in darkness. Behold, your God and his holy council prepares certain rules of discipline and conduct. What you mean, which one is better for our people? Don't you need to know the discipline and conduct and the rules to the game? The rules to the spiritual realm, the rules to the second resurrection? Ain't that where you're trying to get to and higher? Then we need to know the codes of conduct and the discipline, don't we? Man. This right here said, behold, your God and his holy council prepare certain rules of discipline and conduct, as well as commandments, by which the angels of the second resurrection will be as a unit in their duties and teachings from that time forward. Chief of which rules was that the angels of Creator should never manifest themselves as individuals to the mortals. See? Yeah, I'm asking. Everybody talk about they so spiritual. I heard that. What happened? Who all came? How many angels came to you? Oh, brother. It was just one, and his name was Morani. Okay, chief of which rules was that the angels of creators should never manifest themselves as individuals to the mortals, lest mortals become servants to and worshippers of the spirits instead of the all highest Yahweh, Jehovah. Second to this, that when the angels of Jehovah are appointed to mortals, it should be as guardians over infants, to inspire them by way of the natural consciousness within as to what was right and good in reference to eternal life. And that such guardian angels are to be in phalanxes of millions and tens of millions, but still in close membership with your God and his holy council in order to relieve one another on guard. You know how many guardian angels you have? And how many guards have watched and standing guard over your life? Man, I ain't trying. Man, look, they better leave me alone. That's all I'm saying. Like, I ain't read nothing evil yet. Clarity is what we getting over here tonight. Clarity. For by the inspirations of the angels of your God, the individual entity of a mortal is directed in its normal growth. But by the angels of the first resurrection, or the inorganic heavens, mortals are used abnormally by entrancement, by miracles, by sarges, by oracles, or otherwise. Ooh-wee. So that the angels of God could inspire all mortals with the same inspiration. Behold, he and his holy council prepare certain instruction with rules, words, and commandments, adapted to the understanding of mortals, for the good of their souls, and without pandering to their earthly desires. That's another thing, boy. That's all you talking about when you open up your mouth. You ain't asking for no wisdom, no understanding, no understanding and revealing of mysteries. Here you go talking about you want you another job or something, man. And you need to make 100 million. And man, come on now. What are we really talking about here? You understand? Like, what is that inspiring you? Is that a high raised angel or a low vibrating angel? You be talking like that. People be like, they be swallowing hard. They don't even know. But yet you so spiritual though. You see? Our people don't know the basics. Our people don't even know the basics, man. Count yourself blessed. Count yourself blessed. All I hear is people running their mouth. And when I get to asking certain questions, it be either hard swallowing, scratching your side, and winging your answer. And you like, look, sister, it wasn't that serious. All you had to do was just say, look, I don't even know. I just know I had a good drink. I had a ragu vision. I ate some spaghetti last night and some pasta, you know what I mean, with certain spices in it, and, you know, went to sleep and had a crazy vision. You dig? Woke up and blew all my drawers out. You could just said that. But stop all that trying to sell me spirit. Like, I don't like that. I don't like when niggas be trying to sound like the groovy guru or something. Like, don't try that over here. Rather sell and hustle us in spirit. Like, we finna go for that. Because over here, we got the rules of the game. Y'all ain't even got them. You understand? Y'all ain't even got them. Look at this. It says right here. It says right here. Such words being designated as sacred writings when originally given to mortals, though for the most part perverted or lost sight of afterward. Chief angels over these phalanxes, and these are millions of angels, are lords, marshals, captains, and so on. The second resurrection being orderly, disciplined, and organized in his glorious work. So now you understand Lord, Marshal, and captains are ranks of angels. All right. And over these groups or millions of angels, you got lords, marshals, and captains. These ain't even God. And God ain't even the creator. These are all once men and women who walked this earth or some other world, transitioned, crossed over, raised high in spiritual grades, so they raised high in rank. They dig, and when the time came, the creator, their father, called on them to deliver their brothers and sisters on a physical world. You understand? Because the world is going through a stage of darkness and it's coming up on a stage of light, and the stages of light are resurrection times. Right? But all those resurrections happen after you cross over. Second resurrection. You know what I mean? Ooh-wee. See, so the second resurrection is orderly and disciplined, organized, man. 29. Thus my lords have angels under them who are authorized and ordained in my name. Thus my lords. Lord is not the name of the creator, man. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Once you understand the difference, it'd be kind of hard to play with you. You understand? Lord is not the name of the creator. Lord is the title of an angel. God is a title of an angel. Lord God is a title of an angel. An angel was a one-time man or woman that once walked this earth. They are the spirit of the dead. Just righteous spirits of the dead. See how easy that is? You feel that weight been lifted off your shoulder? You hear the clarity in that? What's so evil? But surely by now we should have ran up on some type of ritual or voodoo or hood or something. But even that, you dealing with deities. Those are deities. You know what I mean? How you know? What message they give? Nothing about Ethereum, nothing about the emancipated heavens. Why not? Because they ain't been. That's a one-time nigga you talking to that used to live this earth, and he ain't ascended up. He ain't ascended out the atmosphere yet. Or 100 dams done went by, and this nigga ain't got on that damn UFO and got up out of here. You dealing with a low vibrating spirit, an earthbound spirit. Stop playing with Creator, man. Thus my lords have angels under them who are authorized and ordained in my name, and in the name of the Creator to abide for times and seasons with mortals as guardians and inspirers, to provide dreams. See? Thus my lords have angels. So these dreams come from who? Angels of the Lords who are under the God who is a son of the Creator. That's clear right there. It's bag drop. As guardians and inspirers to provide dreams. So now you know your dreams come from angels who have a Lord over them. The Lord has a Lord God over him, who has a God over him, and over God is who? The Creator. Angels of the Lords is who give you dreams. Look at this. To provide dreams, thoughts, and visions in the minds of mortals, and to otherwise labor in elevating them in purity, love, and wisdom. You see how these high-raised angels are working? And to otherwise labor or work in elevating them. Elevating man in purity, love, and wisdom. Ball game, boy. So whenever you inspired in purity, love, and wisdom, we already know who you being inspired by. The Creator through his angels of the second resurrection. Y'all see this? No spookism, no lick your finger scholarship. Right to it. Such then are the angels of God and of the Creator, and their teachings are the same. Y'all heard that? See, the angels of the Creator they ain't finna be coming playing with you, saying one thing and then saying something different. But that's all we hear in the Israelite movement: one thing and then something different. You don't know whether you coming or going. Everybody confused as all hell, and you really think that that's the worship of the true and living, ever-present Creator. Stevie Wonder can see that ain't true. That's a lie. Such then are the angels of God and of the Creator, and their teachings are the same as my lords and your gods. Nor does one of them teach a matter in one way and another teach it differently. Although there are different grades and systems adapted to the different degrees of intelligence of the different peoples on the earth. If you get some understanding, give me an 8 up in the chat. 8 is eternal. 8 is eternal. Bless up. Bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up. See, you can see how you can apply this. All this can be applied. We ain't giving you nothing silly. We ain't giving you nothing. We ain't giving you nothing that's vague and that leaves you on. We ain't giving you a cliffhanger. Nah, we taking you up in the theory, you dig? And then we coming back and landing. So you can see for yourself, so you can know for yourself. We run around here arguing and camp banging over somebody else's experience. Meanwhile, don't damn Negro know. You need to be asking creators to allow you to know for yourself. Right? That's beyond the belief. See, when you know, that's beyond belief. And the only reason you know is because you have the experience. Well, Creator, we want the experience. We don't want to not bless, but base our salvation off the experience of someone else. Who got it from someone else? Who got it from somewhere else? 2,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago. Now we want to know for ourselves. First-hand understanding, first-hand knowledge. Nothing wrong with that. After all, you want to be sure, right? Look at this. Chapter 3, discipline. God illustrates the difference of method between the first and second resurrections. Open your understanding, O man, so that you may discern the beauty and glory of heavenly places prepared by your God, lords and guardian angels. Man, let's see. Most of y'all know you got guardian angels. What do they call them in this New Age movement? My spirit guide. And you keep running into a brick wall spiritually. Them prayers ain't gotta pass your earlobes spiritually. How you know you ain't running around here chasing your tail, entertaining and pandering a false god? How you know? You don't know what to say when you cross over. You don't know what to say when you dreaming. Your knees start knocking like a naked newborn. You get all giddy in the knees and you start skinning teeth. Or you get real nervous. You don't know what to say. You don't know the system, and there's a system in order to set up, already prepared for you. I thought Yahshua would say, I go to prepare a place for you. That means there's a whole system in order set up with the unseen realm. The whole system in order. Just like it was a whole system in order set up when you arrived here. This ain't spookism. It's simple. Clarity. And he's telling you to open up so you can understand and discern the beauty and glory of heavenly places. What are we talking about here? You over here talking about the cobblestone in Mecca or New Jerusalem. We talking about heavenly places. Prepared by who? Your God, lords, and guardian angels. Yeah, angels labor to help you and assist you in resurrection. If they roll with Creator, look at this. For as we came up out of the first resurrection, which may be likened to a great medley, a noise and confusion of a mighty multitude, so that we covenant with Creator to make ourselves orderly and a unit in growth, manifestation, expression, and future development, so that the place of the second resurrection would do nothing in common with the first. The higher resurrections or the second resurrection and higher is you gotta come in here. You gotta come in here in order. We gotta move as a unit. Ain't no individuals getting there. So yeah, you may have to put up with your brother. I'm pretty sure I get on some of y'all nerves already. You know what I mean? You will be all right. But look, I'm in it for the long haul. So you might as well get used to me. I'm in it for the long I'm in it for the long haul. You know what I mean? Second resurrection, they'd already covenanted to be orderly and a unit in growth, manifestation. And then what we talk about here, I manifested this. I manifested. You're going to become dope at that. As a unit, we're going to come, I'm talking about masters at it. Expression and future development. Look at that. See, it's all about progress and growth. So that the place of the second resurrection would do nothing in common with the first. For Jehovah created mortals and angels to attract each other. Boy, shut up. Y'all heard what's going on here? Bag drop, boy. Yo, created you and angels to attract each other. And we hear it all the time. We spiritual beings. We have hundreds of conversations within ourselves every day. If not thousands. From the moment you wake up to the time you lay down, if not thousands of conversations within yourself. Well, who you talking to? For created mortals and angels to attract each other like to like. And since the aspiration and desire of most mortals pertain to themselves as individuals, so the two bound themselves in the same pursuits and earthly hopes. For whoever on earth love riches or fame or great learning or even evil such as dissipation, drunkenness, gluttony, sexual indulgence, theft, gambling, or arson, doing any or all of these things for self's sake or for evil, attracted angel companions of a like order. You heard this. Whatever you into, there are angels of the like order that are right there in close proximity, inspiring you to do more. So now you got to ask yourself, what am I into? Because wherever I'm into, I'm being inspired and led to do it. And how is what I'm doing beneficial to all of humanity, the whole? Not only can you do that within yourself, you can do that and by observing and measuring the time with others. Now you know, now you on game. Listen to me. The deepest Israelite, the deepest Muslim, the deepest Hotep Chemicat don't even know the basics of spiritual warfare, the basics of spiritual, the unseen realm, and how everything is already set up. There's a system in order, and there are proceedings that go forth, and they don't even know. They don't know half of what you know. Count yourself blessed. Count yourself blessed. Theft, gambling, or arson, doing any or all of these things for self's sake or for evil, attracted angel companions of a like order, who by inspiration or otherwise led him on to achieve his heart's desire. And it came to pass that when such mortals died and entered the first resurrection, their former inspirers became their companions and rulers. Oh no, now you serve this sucker. Try the spirits. You better really examine what's going on inside your head and call it for what it is and start handling up properly. You know, if you're going to handle properly. You understand? Look at this. And it came to pass that such mortals died and entered the first resurrection. Their former inspirers became their companions and rulers, having shaped their thoughts while in mortality through their labors for self and earthly objects. Who you think leading the rich? Look at this. And these in turn became angel inspirers to other mortals of like characteristics, so that a long period of time passed away before the spirits who were thus bound to earth could be persuaded that there were other heavens open for them to come and inherit. And as it was so then, even so is it this day with the spirits of the dead, as there are good lands on earth still unoccupied, while in other regions there are great cities with mortals crowded together, starving and dwelling in misery, and they will not leave. Even so is it with the great multitude of angels of darkness gathered together upon the face of the earth, and many of them will not depart into the higher heavens of the Creator. Y'all, it's billions of unseen spirits of the dead that are earthbound. Yeah, you think you over here, I woke myself up. I inspired myself. Sit down somewhere. You ain't got a clue of what's going on. You don't even know if you coming or going. Look at this. Look at this. Verse 7 and 8. As cold metal in contact with hot metal changes temperature, so by angel contact with the spirit of man, knowledge passes from one to the other. So also is it of the passions, sentiments, desires, and aspirations between the two. Also, as where the sea breaks upon the land and the two are always in contact, so is the spirit world. Y'all hear this? Also, as where the sea breaks upon the land and the two are always in contact, the sea and the land, so is the spirit world ever in contact with the mortal world. The ancients named this place of contact the intermediate world, or place of purgation, cleansing, from which none could rise till made organically pure. Verse 9. Now, therefore, your God shows you certain signs, characteristics of the difference between the angels of the first and the second resurrection. I hope y'all writing this down, marking y'all notes, y'all books and all that, because now you about to get an example on if the spirit you in communion with, that's leading you is an earthbound spirit or a high raised spirit working organically to raise you up and thus receiving a higher grade for them to raise up even more. You gonna know if you're dealing with an angel ambassador or a false god. Put it that way. All right. Look at this. Now, therefore, your God shows you certain signs, characteristics of the difference between the angel of the first, second resurrection. Of the first resurrection, of the first coming as individuals, whether professing names, signs, or histories, and especially the ancients, whose words are uttered from the standpoint of the earth, looking upward. That's how you know, oh, that's an earthbound spirit. You're not giving me a heavenly perspective. Whatever you telling me is earthly. You looking at the stars from where I'm looking at them from. You earthbound. You a spirit of the dead, but you're earthbound. Of course, you ain't about to tell me about Etheria and the highest heavens. You don't know. You ain't been there. And they'll profess names. You know what I mean? Signs or histories. You dig? And that got me that Antiquity Unveiled Cal P used to bring out. Apollonius of Tyana. I had to trip off that. Is his perspective from the earth looking upward? And everything that he was dropping, he was still here, earthbound. Dang, that's crazy. Earthbound. Look at this. But of the second resurrection is light only, whose words emanate from our holy places in heaven, coming down to you. But the first resurrection, flatterers to win your favor, whose counsel pertains to yourself and to earthly things. Man, you the best. Look at you, man. Boy, there ain't nobody messing with you, boy. You used to have them lined up around the corner, boy. You see that? But that's an earthbound spirit inspiring you to feel as if you iceberg slim. Boy, go sit down somewhere. Look at this, verse 13 of the second resurrection, to teach you self-abnegation, meaning denial of self. Right? It ain't about you. It's about you labor and work for others more than you do yourself. Right? All faith is shit. That should be something we say daily. You understand? In our prayers and in our communion to Creator, like I desire to work for others more than myself today. Because that's how you get to the second resurrection. Right? One of the ways to teach you self-abnegation and lead you to do good to others, regardless of your own profit. It don't matter if it's, you profiting off of it or not. You still be good. You still live your highest life. This is how you know, right? Either the messenger or the angel is bringing this, or they bringing something that's earthbound. All right? To do good to others, regardless of your own profit, caring little whether you are prosperous on the earth, provided you shall be raised up in time to come. For the revelations of the second resurrection come from the light of my holy counsel, who have abandoned their earthly habits and desires. Y'all hear that? In a minute, no more blunt smoking. We talking about second resurrection. No more drinking, no more partying. Oh, they got to be abandoned by the time we make that entrance. All them earthly desires, you know what I mean? All your earthly desires, whether you a gigolo, a whore, whatever it may be, all they got to be abandoned before you come up in the second resurrection. If not, you just bound to the earth like these spirits, hovering over a strip club. After death, it ain't went nowhere but to the east side. You at the strip club. That's where you was in mortal life. You see what I'm saying? Look at this right here. Read it again. For the revelations of the second resurrection come from the light of my holy counsel, who have abandoned their earthly habits and desires, knowing that the way of rising up everlastingly is by constantly putting away the conditions below. The conditions below become a what? A chain. A chain. Boy, I see this. And the crazy thing is, y'all, it just lets you know, like, look, we all eventually get there. You'll get tired of getting your ass whooped eventually and be like, you know what? Look, I had enough. I know what I need to be doing. I'm about to get to it. You see that? Your God does not come as an individual. Your God does not come as an individual. Your God does not come as an individual. Neither do my lords, nor holy angels, though they come in my name. I come in legions of thousands and millions. What? Y'all really don't know Creator. Why we tell you Creator undefeated. You Negroes can merely mouth to you in the casket. It matters none. Huh? You don't know the basics over here. What we talking about, we past that. We passed whatever you talk. Look, the mountain you climbing, we already climbed that. All right? Look at this. I come in legions of thousands and millions, come in billions. Nor does the inspiration from my kingdom vary one fraction from what has ever been, except in greater fullness. He said, ain't no decreasing in my kingdoms. If anything, it's better than what it was before. In greater fullness, according to the increase of capacity in mortals to receive knowledge. Yeah, you have to be at a certain spiritual grade to receive certain knowledge. Couldn't handle it. The spirit of my heavens pervades my words. Through my holy angel, I have spoken to you from your youth up, and in my revelations, you perceive the touch of my hand. I cry out order, purity, discipline, justice, and good works, or retribution. Oh man, beware of angels who say, see, what you mean, which one is better? You being put on game right now. You being warned and shown like, hey, look, when you cross over or when you dreaming or whatever, you understand, you may have to handle up and draw down on one of these spirits and let them know, like, hey, look, now I was commanded, show me you God. I was commanded not to kill. All right, that's good. You are who you claim you are. What you want from me? What's the message? Beware of angels who say in heaven there is no organization, no God, no holy counsel, no discipline, no order, no teaching, no self-denial, or who say there is no creator, nor God of his, nor any government in heaven, or who say there is no bondage after death, no place or condition of suffering, or who say when you die, your spirit shall enter paradise and dwell in perpetual ease and glory, or who say heaven is an endless summer land with silvery rivers and golden boats fall, or who say eat, drink, and enjoy yourself for the gratification of your earthly passions, for when you are dead, your path shall be straight to glory, or who say heap up riches, for there is no punishment after death, or who say, do not turn your thoughts into your own soul to discover your ungodliness, for when you are dead, your spirit shall revel in bliss. Or who say the angel world is a place of progression without self-abnegation and good works. Or who says, behold me, I am from the highest, most exalted sphere, or from a far-off star. Or who says I have visited the planets, or who says resurrection comes by reincarnation, first a stone, then lead, then silver, then gold, then a tree, then a worm, then an animal, then a man, or that a spirit re-enters the womb and is born again in mortality. Or who says you are blessed, for a host of ancient spirits attend you. You have a great mission. For all of these, pay attention, for all of these are the utterances of the angels of who? Drum roll. The first resurrection. Boy, ball game. Because everything I've ever heard come out of anybody's mouth that claim they spiritual and been having these spiritual experiences lately have said almost everything word for word of what we just read. If not word for word, borderline on there. Or in the neighborhood, word for word. You know what I'm saying? Somewhat similar. For all of these are the utterances of the angels of the first resurrection. And here you go talking about you spiritual, you can open up your pineal gland. You understand? You taking yoni and doing all type of, and I ain't against any type of, whatever anybody got to do to, you understand, to elevate. Like I ain't against that, but understand this, that you could have been entertaining the deity this whole time and not the creator or his angel ambassadors. Because the messages you've been receiving, the download, everybody says today, the download you've been receiving, come from angels of the first resurrection, meaning earthbound spirits. How do we know? Listen to the message. Let's know what's being said. What's being said to tell everything. You know what I mean? Look at this. For all these are the utterances of the angels of the first resurrection. And though they may inspire great oratory, speak well, smart nigga right there, and learned discourses, yet they are flatterers. They are flatterers and will surely lead you into grief. If y'all getting some understanding so far, go ahead and give me a Yahoo up in the chat. We're going to do one more chapter. And then we're going to come back tomorrow evening. I'm going to interview my brother Darius Yahuda. He got a book he done came out with. I had a young God on, and we're going to chop it on up and rap about his book. One of my Nazarene brothers out the STL. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Honor and Humility STL. We got brother Darius Yahuda, or Darius Son of Light. He going to come on and introduce his book and his work that he been working on. You dig? All praise. Make sure y'all tap on in. Chapter 4. And again, y'all ain't read nothing evil yet. Man, because we know that the YHWH's is eat, man. Look, go sit down somewhere. You know what the hell you even talking about. That's how I know you ain't read it. That's how I know. You ain't read it at all. Chapter 4. God illustrates the characteristics of mortals accordingly as they are under the influence of the first and second resurrection. Remember, YHWH is a spiritual guidebook. So it's giving you examples so you can practically apply this. Because y'all visitation is at an all-time high. Y'all, with everybody claiming they getting spiritual portals are being opened. Within the earth and within the mind of mortals. You know what I mean? Some of these cats out here doing seances and casting spells, and you better know what's going on, and you better know how to cancel all of it. You dig? And not even believe in none of that, because it only takes power if you believe it. You know what I mean? And you better be careful, because I know some bros that are sending that shit right back at you. You know what I mean? You dig me? I'm more the, it's all good, man. Get a brother. He don't know what he's talking about. But I got brothers that will send all that shit right back at you. You be out here jacked up in the game. Call yourself cursing somebody and casting a spell. No, I know some cats that know well how to work spirit. I'm just keeping it gutter with you. Watch your mouth. You dig? Because certain brothers ain't playing it just like in flesh. And certain brothers is like, hey, bro, I don't care who it is, where you at, nigga, anybody got a problem, tell me, and it's like that. It's going down, brother. I love you. Just like you got brothers like that in the flesh. I got brothers and sisters like that in spirit. That ain't even gonna play with you. You call yourself getting mad and throwing curses and spells over this way. All right. All right. I know that the right bro, sis get a hold of that, boy, you gonna be jacked up. I'm just keeping it real with you. Watch yourself. You dig? Because I'm not out here cursing nobody. I ain't cursing nobody. I ain't sending spells at none of that. You dig? I bind and render powerless every unclean spirit sent against me. Render it, declare it powerless. You understand? And then I choose to shine Ethereum light on it and raise it up and introduce it to the creator. Boy, you tripping. You lived on this earth and crossed over, and you still hanging around her? You still up in this shake joint, boy, and a booty, boy? How long you been dead? 100 years? Boy, sit your ass and raise on up. Look at this right here. God illustrates the characteristics of mortals accordingly as they are under the influence of the first and second resurrection. Consider the words of your God, O man, and profit in the application of your judgment for the everlasting growth of your soul. Oh, that feels so beautiful. Your soul is forever going to be growing. You can forever be expanding and becoming more and more Man, that's beautiful. And look, the highest trip up is the highest raised angel can't comprehend the creator in his entirety, nor to see him as you see your fellow man. Now, it don't matter how high you get, creator got an infinite head start on you. You'll never reach creator, ever. Now, you never reach his status. You dig? You can become very high raised. You dig? And called and becoming that high raised to become a benefit to the rest of the creator's creation. You know what I mean? Look at this right here. It says right here, under the influence of the first resurrection, man says, I know my rights and dare maintain them. I heard a lot of that from the UPK today. Ever since IUIC put them boys on the ground, these niggas arguing the rights now. I say, wow. You can't make this up with OWASP, man. Because that incident with IUIC and ISUPK just happened last month. That just happened. And them Negroes is on every video they on there talking about some IUIC violated their rights, these men. So now we know that ISUPK are under the influence of angels of what resurrection? Yeah, the first resurrection. They under the influence of angels that are earthbound. Under the influence of the first resurrection, man says, I know my rights and dare maintain them. Of the second resurrection, he says, I do not ask for rights for my own self. I will bear whatever's put upon me. Of the first resurrection, no man shall oppose upon me. Of the second, impose upon me whatever you will. Of the first, let me justify myself in what I have done. Behold, I am falsely accused. Of the second, Jehovah knows my case. Neither will I plead in my own behalf. Whoever is falsely accused, let him wait. In time, the Father will right all things. Just like he did with Abraham and Moses and all that. You know, waspy there is. Of the first resurrection, let no man try to rule over me. I will maintain my liberty at all hazards. Of the second, since no man in the entire world has full liberty, why should I ask for it? Of the first, make me a leader. Let me be the head. Of the second, do not make me a leader. That's right. Don't make me one. Lest I would feel responsible for those I led. Of the first, I have done my share. And others do theirs as well. Of the second, though I do all I can, yet I am short before the Creator. Of the first, oh, if only I were rich like my neighbor. What a great good I would do. Of the second, take all I have and at once. Of the first, I will heap myself. I will help myself and then my family, after that others. Of the second, we are all brothers and sisters. Why shall we prefer one of Yahweh's children above another? Of the first, I will not consider my shortcomings, lest I become dejected in spirit. Of the second, teach me, O Father, to look into my every act, word, and thought, to purify myself in your sight. Of the first resurrection, what might the world say? My reputation is at stake. We got that bad. We really care about what others think about us. You're going to have to develop that thick skin and really don't care. Of the second resurrection, what will Yahweh say? With him, I must preserve my reputation more than with 10,000 worlds. Of the first, whoever injures me shall suffer by my hand. Of the second, let us render good to those who injure us. See, you can tell. See how you can tell? The first resurrection is about self. Second resurrection is about being selfless. See that? Chapter 5, God shows how mortals may attain inspiration from Yahweh and from the angels of the second resurrection. If you get some understanding so far, give me a 4 up in the chat, family. Dang, I said that was the last chapter, but I can't stop reading it. Can't stop reading, man. This is marvelous. This is a marvelous read. Thank you, brothers and sisters that like it. I might make this the last chapter for the day. And you get on in, man. You did. Chapter 5, discipline. God shows how mortals may attain inspiration from Yahweh and from the angels of the second resurrection. See, again, a WASP is what? A practical guide for the spiritual world. and showing you how to practically apply this. So now you can gauge and judge within yourself and others. Message in action. Message in action. All right. Last chapter. I don't get with the short legs after this. Last chapter. Whoever rules over his own earthly desires, passions, actions, words, and thoughts, being constantly watchful for the highest light and greatest good, is on the right road. Hey, man, salute Creative Gang, man. Salute my Nazarenes in the scene, brothers and sisters, and all those who strive to live to their highest light. You understand? Like, we on the right road, man. You dig? Unless you calling all this a coinky dink. We on the right road, man. You dig? I can imagine going backwards. Like to more chewing on an animal sandwich or something, or to more like denying the higher light. Nah, I can't do that. That's going backwards. You know what I mean? I'm not about to come and sit in a circle with a whole bunch of misfits and dumb and act like I didn't learn something that was higher. Nah, that ain't finna happen. And if he persists in this, till it has become a constitutional growth within him, then he shall hear the voice. Read it again. Whoever rules over his own earthly desires, passions, actions, words, and thoughts, being constantly watchful for the highest light and greatest good, is on the right road. Wow. And if he persists in this till it has become a constitutional growth within him, till it becomes second nature, then he shall hear the voice. Y'all hear that? Ooh-wee. Who then can judge him, except those who have also attained to the same high state? Is it wise for the unlearned to dispute with the learned? Is it wise for the unlearned to dispute with the learned, or the unholy with the holy? Shall the drunken man reeking with foul smell sign the pledge to drink no more, and immediately say, we temperance men, and presume to dwell with the pure? I say to you that the man is purified and grown to be constituted. I say to you, till that man is purified and grown to be constitutionally temperate, he is not temperate. See, so time got to play out. You got to be put back in the situation to see how you react. See, can't just be labeling somebody wise and time ain't played out yet. You ain't seen them in action. You know what I mean? Look at this. Consider then the seers and prophets who hear the angels. Like some of these brothers out here call themselves the prophets of God. So you're saying you hear angels then? See, that title was thrown around too loosely. Who hear the angels, whether they have grown constitutionally to be one with purity, wisdom, and goodness. For this is required. of those who presume to hear me and my holy ones. It's required, y'all. And having attained to this, who except those who have attained to the same can judge them? Yeah, y'all, come on now. You ain't even attained to what, you ain't even had the experience the brothers done had. So sit down somewhere. You know what I mean? Nah, this is something different. You don't know nothing about it. You don't got no experience in it. You dig? That's like me arguing with a millie mouth Negro about reverse osmosis. I don't know nothing about it. You got to go get an expert on it. I know nothing about it. You see? So no one can judge somebody that's, living to their higher light except those who have already attained the same like estate. You know what I mean? Meaning it wouldn't be able to judge you or give you any understanding concerning any type of wisdom about this because they ain't had the experience. You see that? Shall a man ask a magician regarding the inspiration of the prophets of your God? Or the angels of the first resurrection be consulted as to their opinions of my revelations, and their words taken for truth without substantiation? You hear this? Shall a man ask a magician regarding the inspiration of the prophets of your God? No. No. David Blaine, stick to cards. Or the angels of the first resurrection be consulted as to their opinions of my revelations. How? Those are earthbound spirits. They don't know nothing about ethereal. And the words taken for truth without substantiation. Let all things be proved. You hear this? All right. Let all things be proved or supported by corresponding testimony known to be true. See, so whoever talking, if you can't prove it, then whatever you saying is based off somebody else's experience and not your own. 5 and 9 again. Let all things be proved or supported by corresponding testimony known to be true. As the holy man perceives how things should be in the heavens above, so they are. The unholy man sees heavenly things only dimly. He binds himself in ancient revelations which have become corrupted. Ball game, boy. You got niggas that worship the Bible and the Quran. That just shut all that down. The unholy man sees heavenly things only dimly. And why? He binds himself in ancient revelations which have become corrupted. You dig? Oh, look at this. Creator is as near this day. Y'all hear this? YAHWH, Jehovah is as near this day as in the time of the ancients. Put yourself in order. Your creator is as accessible today as he was back then. Didn't know that, did you? All you gotta do is put yourself in order. Show a little discipline. You know what I mean? Show a little discipline. Put yourself in order, becoming one with him. And no book is so easily read as his created universe. Malaki, so where can I find the words of the creator? In creation. You ain't supposed to be worshiping no book. You supposed to be judging books. If not, they're going to become a snare to you. Even Owaski, you're supposed to judge that. You read something that don't sound right to you, you got every right to question it. Question it until you get a satisfied answer. That's just what it is. But there's no book so easily read as his created universe. Look up into them heavens, boy. You understand? You'll learn exactly what's going on. You dig? Look at this right here. Verse 5 and 11. Chapter 5 and 11. Inspiration comes less by books. Inspiration comes less by books than by what Yahweh wrote. His worlds. See, we big on creation here. So if Owaski is showing us something different than what creation is showing us, which is the creator's book, which is his writing, his worlds, his universe, then we question that. We don't worship Owaski over here. We don't worship no book. We judge books. We navigate through them. We read. You understand? And we take out of them what we can use for our spiritual progression, and what we don't, we scrap. That's what we do. You see that? It ain't that hard. It's easy. Real easy. Right? Inspiration comes less by books than by what Yahweh wrote, his worlds. Read him and his works. Frame your speech and your thoughts for him. He will answer you in your own behavior and in the happiness of your soul. That's for any mealy mouth hater, jaw jacker that's out there. Right? Now, frame your speech and your thoughts for him. And Creator will answer you in your own behavior and in the happiness of your soul. Great wisdom cannot be attained in a day. So sit down somewhere. Okay? Great wisdom cannot be attained in a day. Nor purity and strength to overcome temptation. Till the growth is from the foundation. The fool will say the sacred books are no more than man of his own knowledge could write. Yet he has not wisely imitated the power of the words of your God. Yeah. I hear that all the time. I think it was man did this. Man wrote this. He wasn't up under no inspiration. Well, Nick Rowe, you ain't produced nothing even close. If what we reading is so demonic, you produce something this thorough or better. Again, if what we reading is so satanic and demonic, Millie Mouth Negro, you write something that's better, and then we'll battle your writings. Or go get you a holy book and put that on the table. We'll trip off this. We'll scrap that too. It says right here, yet he has not wisely imitated the power of the words of your God. Let him do this well. And behold, he will also declare my words are from me. He will also declare my words are from me. Yes, he will recognize them wherever found. See, because the Creator's words are found all over his creation, not bound in a book. It's 2023. Come on now, raise up. We can't be that silly anymore to believe that the Creator's word is only bound in a book that we subscribe to. These books are just guides, just like you open up a map. But once you know what you're doing, you can put the book away. You know what I mean? Until you got to get to a different destination, and you need a map for that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just what it is, man. So there you go right here. It is the will and wish of your God that all men become constitutionally capable of receiving and comprehending the highest light. Do y'all hear this? What do you mean which one is better? Clarity. This is clear. That's what I love about it. It's very clear, man. It's a great read. It's a great read. It resonates and speaks to your spirit. You just gotta let your guards down. You know what I mean? I know it's a lot of craziness going on, it's confusion and all that, but I'm saying you ain't got nothing to be afraid of. You dig? You got brothers like myself and other brothers that done read through what we talking about and read through it. You know what I mean? If you know me, you know I ain't with nothing that got to do or even somewhat even look demonic. I'm good on that. You know what I mean? But I'm there, as your brother, you know, you may not like the food that I eat. You dig? But to me, this is a great read. You dig? It will resonate with your soul. It has more answers than questions. Like a lot of questions you may have concerning, because a lot of us been in the Bible a very long time, but there's still questions hanging over your head. Like, man, hold on. They especially dealing with the matter of death, life after death, spiritual world, spiritual progression, all that. You dig? It's a gang of questions. You dig? So it is the will and wish of your God that all men become constitutionally capable of receiving and comprehending the highest light, and that they shall no longer depend upon any priest, church, oracle, holy book, or upon consulting the spirits. And that their behavior may make the earth a place of peace, of long life to all people, for the glory of the Creator. See, the Creator is like, look, his will is not for you to be forever led. You can't be in sippy cup mode your whole life. Stop being a sippy cup bro. Man up, man. The Creator wants you all to comprehend and receive the highest light. You don't need no priest. You don't need no holy book. You don't need no priest, no oracle, no church to get yourself together. All you got to do is live within the Creator's creation. You understand? Learn from your experience and go within and apply it. Go within and apply it. You understand? So right on for taking this ride through Ethereal with your brother Malachi, man. Ain't nothing but love and light over this way. Shout out to the haters, jawjackers, and naysayers. Yeah. We love y'all too. Bless up. Shout out to the Creative Gang, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Creative Gang, man. Much love, much wisdom, much peace. You dig? Man, we be talking about some crazy stuff, but it is so high vibrational, and I'm convinced there ain't too many in the earth that can hold the same type of conversations we be having at the times we be having, man. We talking about so much stuff and connecting it, and we just glean off one another, man. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So shout out to the Creative Gang in the building. Shout out to the Nazarene, the Scenes in the building. You dig? Shout out to all the gods and goddesses in training, sons and daughters of the Creator. You dig? Nothing but love and light over this way, man. Nothing but love and light. You dig? Hey, but if you got a problem, it ain't nothing for us to get in the ring. You dig? And we dust you off in a nanosecond. It's that easy. It's that easy. Creator is undefeated. We dealing with higher light. Brothers don't want to deal with it, or brothers don't want to admit it. They're in denial. DENIAL. Don't even know I am lying, baby. You understand? It is what it is. But I'm up out of here, man. Number love and light. Y'all already know. Live to your highest light. And that simply means no matter what situation you in, try your best to be righteous. You understand? And get them spiritual grades up, because that's how you ascend higher and higher, by the more righteous work you do unto others or for others. I thought that was very interesting too, the distinction and separation between God and the Creator, different ranks of angels, lords and marshals and captains, and how you can understand if you being inspired by the first resurrection, angels of the first resurrection or the second resurrection. And believe it or not, majority of the people today who claiming they are spiritual, I believe you, but they being led by or inspired by angels of the first resurrection, which is unorganized, which is chaotic. Now you understand, which is about self-aggrandizement. It's about self. It ain't about being selfless. It's about working for self and not working for others. You understand? It ain't about moving out as a unity, create a gang. You know what I mean? It's about self, individuality, how you can get rich. But the perspective is from the earth up, and not from the heavens down. Always, whenever you in communion with any type of spirit, you know what I mean? First they done away. I'm saying, what did you say? First they done away with the law. Now we got burned. Yeah, the law was burnt. That's 2 Ezra 14:21. The Torah was burnt. That's in the Bible. You did. But onward and upward forever. You know what I mean? Etheria is what we the emancipated heavens is our inheritance, and that gets even more glories. Matter of fact, before I get out of here, let me share that one script with y'all. Which will show you how marvelous. Let's get a glance at Etheria, man. Might have to start bringing this out every time we go live, just so people can catch it. All right, I'm gonna share this with y'all real quick. Let's go ahead and take a glimpse into our inheritance. This blew my mind when I first read it. I say, wow. Wow. Here it is right here, boy. Right here. Bang. I trip off. Let's go ahead and take a glimpse into our inheritance. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, that's 2 Ezra 14:21, Andre. Yeah, we ain't making that up. That's writing your Torah or writing your Bible. Yeah, the Torah was burnt by the time we got to Babylon. The Torah you had today was not written by Moses. Man, look, if you don't know that, you're not even ready over here. You in the wrong chat. You're nowhere near ready to debate that or hold nothing down. If you don't know today that the Torah you have today was not written by Moses, let me let you know something. You a sippy cup brew. That's what you are. You don't have a clue about what's going on. Yes, the Torah was burnt by the time we went to the Babylonian captivity. That's 2 Ezra in the Apocrypha, chapter 14, verse 21. And read it on down. All right. That's how they got the Torah coming out of Babylon, through Ezra automatically mouthing. And the scribes had to hurry up and write it down. After Ezra drunk a cup of fire, a cup of water that looked like fire, and then a spirit or the Holy Spirit came into him, and he just got to move in his mouth. And they wrote 204 books of the Torah, and you only got 5. Man, you ain't ready for that conversation. Go sit down somewhere. Don't jump up in here and try to scrap where these brothers and sisters will mop the floor with you. If you do not know in 2023 that Moses did not write the Torah, you are not ready to battle nobody and create a game. Nobody. Oh, sit down somewhere. You're not ready. That's basic information. Basic. And like Darius just said, it was burnt on more than one occasion. Yeah, okay. Anyway, Let's go look into Ethereum real quick before I get out of here. All right. Gotta get up out of here, man. All right, we're in the book of Forgotten, chapter 3, verse 13. Let me highlight this. Let's go ahead and look into Ethereum. All right. Man, this was so amazing when I read this. All right, here we go right here. All right, right here. Forgotten 3 and 13. Onward move to float the fire ship with its 10 million joyous souls. Now nearing the borders of Herub, the boundary of Forgopati's honored regions, where he was known for hundreds of thousands of years. This is in the heavens. And for his work on many worlds, plural. Here reaching Savorkum, the roadway of the solar phalanx, so our solar system, near the post of Dan, here are 500 million, 500 million Etherians were quartered, accommodated on the vessel, i.e., they all lived on the ship. How fly this ship had to be. 500 million Etherians were quartered on a voyage of exploration of more than 4 million years. Man, look, y'all leave me alone, man. You got 500 million brothers and sisters who have graduated to the highest heavens, made it to the third resurrection and higher. 500 million of them that's on a voyage of exploration of the Creator's creation, y'all, for 4 million years. Look at this. So ask us what we gonna be doing in heaven. We got description over here. Look at this. Rich, stored with the glories of great Yahweh's universe. Their Kulu, their Kualu, that's the name of their ship. Their Kualu, their ship was almost like a world, so vast and stored with all appurtenances. They talked of going home. Their pilots had been coursing the firmament since long before the earth was made. Boy, you don't know what you talking about. You don't know what you looking at when you see a shooting star. We got 500 million Etherians or angels who once lived on this earth or another earth, who graduated to Etheria, who are on a spaceship as large as a world. And they've been on a voyage of exploration of the Creator's creation for 4 million years. In a Kualu. I want one of them. And their pilots have been coursing the firmament since long before the earth was made. And knew more, look at this, and knew more than 1 million roadways, knew more than 1 million highways in the Etherian worlds, and were best to travel to witness the grandest contrasting scenes. Look at this. Look at this. 314. Shout out to the STL 314. By their invitation, Forgotten halted here a while, and the hosts interchanged their love and discourse on their purposes, rejoicing in the glories of Jehovah's everlasting kingdoms. And though they had lived so long and seen so much, everyone had new and wondrous works to tell of. Now, how is you on a voyage for 4 million years, 500 million people, and they never seen the same thing twice? They never seen the same thing twice. That's how you know that the Creator's creation, he never stopped creating. How you on a trip for 4 million years and you ain't ran across the same thing twice, not once? Everyone had new and wondrous works to tell of, for so great is the inventive power of the Great Spirit, that never twice alike. That never twice alike will one find the scenes in the Etherian world. Boy, what is we even talking about her? But radiant, each different, all moving into everlasting changes, as if each one were to outdo the former in beauty and magnificence. Ooh wee wee. Ooh wee 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 wee, boy. If y'all got some understanding today, give me a 9 up in the chat. That's a glimpse into Ethereum. And the inventive power of the Great Spirit is so powerful that and so marvelous that you never see the same thing twice. What you see next outdoes the glory you just saw a second before. Creator is undefeated, man. You can't beat them, join them, man. Easy work. So yeah. I'm up out of here, y'all. All praises, all glory, all honor to the ever-present Creator, the all in all, that always was, is, and ever shall be, the mighty Yahweh. I'm your brother Malachi Maccabee, love and light. I'm up out of here, and again, y'all live to your highest light, and that simply means, no matter what situation you in, aim to be righteous. Aim to do what's right. Stop being a misfit all your damn life. You understand? Be solid, man. Be someone that's dependable. You understand? Be solid in your word and all that, man. Just be stand up. That's what that look. All that's of the Creator. And always remember this, y'all. Your Creator ain't nothing but love. All them false, calling them jealous and angry and man, that's sound like a spoiled little child. Creator is all powerful, all knowing. You ain't doing nothing that surprise him. You ain't doing the Creator ain't gotta come down and see you do wickedness. He sees all. He's ever present, all in all. Always was, is, and never shall be. Shout out to my sister Nisha. I see you in the building. Stand strong, sister. No matter what you're going through, stand strong. Creator Gang got your back. You know what I mean? Love and light. Shout out to Nee Banks, Intuitive Goat, my sister Deshawn, my brother Cal P, Cosmon Cal, bag drop right on for them verses out of Waspy earlier. Bezel the Israelite, my beloved brother. The NehemiYAH, my elder. NehemiYAH in St. Louis, the big homie. Stephanie Randall, my West Side Connect. Dreadful Cosmon, my West Side Connect. Brian Job, my East Side Connect. You dig? Sila Shalom, my ATL Connect. Kyle P, my Detroit Connect. Creator Gang connected all over this deal, man. Much love, and light. And until the next time, pray for your brothers. I continue to pray for y'all. You understand? And we'll see each other sooner than later. Believe that, know that. Love and light. Till the next time. You dig? Shalom.